Good morning.
Okay. I like that you make us wait now.
Well, I got to get ready.
Yeah, and build the anticipation.
Yes. I try to set my area up so I don't knock my coffee over, gesturing.
That'd be a real shame if you did.
Now it's just turned into something that I want to get it over with.
Right.
No. That's the wrong attitude.
Well, you made it that way.
Our audience is going to start getting pissed because not only do they have to sit through the intro, but they have to sit through us all just sitting here and waiting for Jim to do his thing.
Mike, good morning.
Gearing up.
Yeah. Let's just start the goddamn show.
Yeah, it's good, though. You see something to look forward to every morning.
That's actually a great point. It's all downhill from there, though, folks.
Yeah, it really is. We've already peaked.
Yeah, but
from 8 to 8:05 is a real shining for us. After that, we just suck.
That's 100% right. I meant to ask you.
Sure, go ahead. Whatever you need help with.
Did you ever watch the Andre documentary on HBO?
I didn't see all of it. Here's the thing with HBO. I have HBO.
HBO for our British listeners.
I have HBO. But then on the road, sometimes there's HBO Go, there's HBO Now, and it's like you don't belong to HBO Go. I can get. But HBO Now, I don't belong to on TV. I mean, if I want to watch on TV, HBO Now is what's on.
Those are two completely different things.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay.
So if you have HBO, you don't just have HBO Now.
Right.
I didn't realize. I thought you did.
No, you only have HBO Go.
You got it on your iPad or your phone.
What's the difference between HBO Now and Go?
HBO Now is like Netflix.
HBO Now is a separate subscription.
And HBO Go is HBO that comes with your cable.
Oh, yes. HBO Now you can get with no
So like
cable.
you don't have to have HBO to get HBO Now.
Yeah, you pay for it.
HBO Go is the version. Showtime has the same thing.
Yeah, I have Go. But anyway, I watched half the documentary. I was watching it on another way. And
bootleg?
Well, on a site.
Whoa, Jim.
HBO site?
You are a bad boy.
Yes, I was.
Ooh.
But I didn't see all of it. There's a problem with the version I was watching, but it was very good. When I saw it, it was great.
Yeah, no, I just realized that we hadn't taken a moment to appreciate the flatulence of the legend.
I hadn't got to that part yet.
Oh, my God. Yeah, they do spend an odd amount of time.
That's what you guys will be doing someday.
Spending time on your flatulence?
Flatulence of the legend.
Nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, that's going to be the extent of the documentary.
It's 80%. Hopefully, it's going to start filming soon.
Oh, he was a comedian?
But yeah, I mean, Travis, you saw it, right?
I did.
Were you taken aback a little bit at how much flatulence material was in it?
I thought it was great. I would love to see how much they actually have.
Like how much edited some out?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
He didn't fart, though. You didn't hear him.
Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of...
Flatulence material was in it?
I thought it was great. I would love to see how much they actually have.
Like how much edited some out?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
He didn't fart, though. You didn't hear him.
Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of got to take the word for it.
They talked about it.
Right.
That's
you mean you were upset that they didn't actually have audio?
I was hoping somebody had it documented where you could hear it.
Well, I guess it was a little bit more difficult back then. You didn't have, phones to video stuff.
And I was also really hoping that they'd go into this because he said that there was sort of like a ladies' man. Where like women loved him, but they didn't really say like what happened. He had a kid.
Right.
So, but
you were hoping to find out a little more about
his penis size.
Right. That's what I thought.
How he would have sex with girls.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't that interesting?
No, definitely. Yeah. Bill Simmons kind of dropped the ball on that. We don't know exactly what he was working with, do we?
That kid is definitely his kid.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get that far. I saw more when he was young. I couldn't believe how slim he was when he was a younger guy.
Yeah, just a tall, skinny dude.
Just a big, lanky guy, yeah. And he really fattened up. But it was interesting how he got famous, how there was all these different wrestling organizations, and then Vince kind of unified into this one giant one. Really, really good.
And just that they were talking about his giantism, where every part of him would just continue to grow and grow and grow. It's probably why he got...
oh, God.
Big.
Him on a plane?
Oh, man. Did you hear him talking about him going to the bathroom on the plane?
No, I didn't get to that part.
They said...
Yeah, I felt bad for him.
Yeah. When they were talking about how uncomfortable his existence was because he was so big,
yeah.
Andre the Giant on HBO, they said that he couldn't fit into an airplane bathroom. So there were multiple times when they would have to bring him up to the front of the plane, draw a curtain, and let him go in a bucket.
And then they would dump the bucket in the toilet.
Do you think he shit in the bucket?
I mean,
have to. I mean, they brought up all those trips to Tokyo that he would take to wrestle in Japan.
Those are long trips.
Those are like 18-hour flights sometimes.
Will you piss? But he's
definitely pissing.
Couldn't fit in the bathroom.
Couldn't fit in the bathroom, though. But imagine that. You're like one of the most famous dudes in the world. You got to shit in a bucket on a plane.
I know, it's great.
Just reminds you
Take
of
the bucket of the legend. Take my doo-doo bucket.
Jim's going to start asking if he can do that on flights.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was saying with the curtain I'm going to draw, I'm going to stand between. This could be behind me so the flight attendants can't see me doing it in front of the other passengers. Yeah, that was a long way to go for a bad joke.
Does this airline have Andre buckets? That's what they're called.
Maybe they can make it into like the Ice Bucket Challenge. It could be like the Andre the Giant Challenge.
Right, the Andre Bucket Challenge.
And then you nominate other people to take dumps in buckets on the plane.
No, and then dump it on themselves. You forgot the best part.
But yeah, his flatulence was looked back upon with the stuff of legends.
With awe.
Awe, glee. It was as much as I'd seen Vince McMahon naturally laugh at anything.
Loves his flatulence.
Does he like fart jokes?
Oh, yeah.
Loved flatulence. That's what he said, too. Flatulence.
I bet you could hold an hour-long conversation with Vince about farts.
I'll bet it would be easier to have a conversation.
I bet he'd have to cut me off.
I'll bet it would be easier to have a conversation with Vince about flatulence than about anything in wrestling or business.
Yeah. Well, he's probably like what do you mean Woody Allen? They say Woody doesn't want to just talk about stand-up or talk about the Knicks.
Right.
So Vince probably likes to talk about anything but
farts.
Yeah, like I mean anything but wrestling.
Where Woody Allen has the Knicks, Vince has farts.
He wants something else that he can enjoy with the same lack of being the boss of.
Right.
Like the way other people enjoy wrestling, he's the boss. It's his thing.
Right.
He wants to enjoy a fart.
He does. And he seemed to really enjoy the pain that Andre's farts brought people.
Yeah, and that is the best part of a good gasser.
Because there were multiple. I mean, apparently they were just every time room-clearing gassers.
Cool. All right, cool. So I don't feel guilty anymore.
I can sign in on that computer and you can watch the clip if you want.
There's a fart clip?
I would like to.
I mean, we can just go to the doc on HBO Go.
Oh, that's true.
I want to answer this question because two different people are calling in and more are going to call.
Yeah.
Mike in Massachusetts, hello.
Hey, Jeff. Well, you guys go from one extreme to the other, the midget to Andre. But no, my question was, did Nick get taken off the air?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly why or what happened. I don't know if he was fired or if his contract ended. I don't know. They haven't told me.
Yeah, I don't know either. Right. I asked and said, do we know why?
Thank you.
And Don said, no. They said his contract was coming to an end. So, I have no idea. And maybe Nick, I don't know if Nick didn't want to do it anymore. It's tough for a comedian.
I doubt it's that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Nick's a good radio guy. He's really, really funny, and he's a good radio guy.
I thought it might be tough for him to do, because he was doing 8 to 10 on this channel.
Maybe it was, actually, but that's a very tough spot for anybody, 8 to 10, because drive time is over.
Especially for a comedian, though. I mean, that cuts right into your nightly spots if you're going to do them.
He probably liked it, though, because, you don't have to go on the road.
Yeah.
Stay here, make your money. Nick's a home guy. Like, he'll go on the road, but he likes being home and, being in his I think he enjoyed that gig very much, and he was good at it.
Yeah, he's great at it. So, I don't know. I don't know for sure.
We don't know why. No one told us anything beforehand.
And I haven't talked to Nick either. So
I texted with him briefly yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what their thinking is.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to have it confirmed.
Right.
Hasn't been confirmed.
No, we don't have the information.
But Anthony tweeted something, Arcumia, with the him missing from the lineup.
Oh, that's weird. Anthony usually doesn't do anything troublesome on Twitter.
That's not true. But he's like, what the fuck? Why? So I don't know where does Nick go to Compound Media? I don't know.
I could see him doing Compound Media.
He's really good on the radio, man. He's really good.
And I feel like they'd pick up a bunch of subs. I think it would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, so if he does go there, we'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know I know they're doing a Craig Ferguson replay right now.
Oh.
Probably temporary.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Why don't they do a Jim Norton and Sam Roberts replay?
That's the first thing I want to know the answer to.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I thought.
Sounds good to me. We're going to go down in the office and go like, look, I know we just found out that our friend doesn't work on the channel anymore. And they're like, I know, guys, you probably want to know why. And we're like, no. We just want to know if we can have the slot for a replay.
It is what you think of when something like that happens. You just think of, all right, my own thing.
Yeah. And then I wonder to myself, does this make me a bad person? And then I told my dad, oh yeah, Nick Dipaolo's not going to be on the channel anymore. And he goes, oh, doesn't that mean there's a night slot open? Like it's saying like you guys should have the replay.
It really is, but they're going to give it to Chris. We already have one in the morning.
Of course.
By the way, that joke you just did, which I hate to even say was a joke, that whole self.
Awful.
When I was in third grade, my teacher's name was Miss Ross, and she was like the funny teacher. But she was, we were third graders, second grade. But she would do that. She goes, I said to myself, self, and I was like, oh my God, she's good.
You thought it was great when you heard it.
Dude, I was like, fucking Pryor is teaching my class. She's called herself self, folks.
Yeah. Like, when you thought to yourself, you actually addressed yourself by name.
But then I tried to use it.
How did you do it?
Just doing it around, Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, self.
Did your classmates think it was as funny as you did?
No. My parents didn't. Oh, yeah, I told you on the way out when I did the Sidney Poitier speech to my parents on the steps.
What did you do? What do you mean on your way out? I
was drunk. I was like 17 and drunk.
Oh.
And I did a speech that Sidney Poitier did from a movie.
What movie?
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner?
No.
Yes, I did.
But Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is like about race relations in America.
Yeah, it was Katharine Hepburn and Poitier and Spencer Tracy.
Right.
And Jim Norton.
What would that have to do with you? You did
Nothing.
Sidney's Poitier's speech?
Yeah, well, there's a speech he gives his father at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
About how his father... It's a good speech. How his father...
When he does it.
Yes, he does. And looking back, it's not even as great as I thought it was at the time. but his father was a mailman, and he's saying that his father you owed me. You brought me into this world, so you owed me. That was basically the speech. That was the tone of the speech is, you didn't do me any favors when you made life good. That was what you were supposed to do when you brought me into the world. And just like I owe my kid. But I did something like that to my dad. I kind of took the speech.
You said that your dad owed you?
Huh?
For what?
Just like the way, I don't know, Sidney said it, so I said it.
You were intoxicated?
Yes, I was.
Was he impressed?
No, they ignored me. I'll never forget. I was standing on the steps because the steps were like the living room was up, and I was like chin above the steps saying it.
Well, where your chin should be.
Well, I was nubbin face above, and I remember my parents were sitting there reading the papers and totally ignoring me.
Oh my God!
I said,
so embarrassing. They'd just given up on you by that point.
They're just embarrassed for me.
Like, what's he doing?
What's this little fag talking about? Beat it.
You want to see Andre talking about farts?
Yeah.
Or the people talking about Andre's farts?
Oh! Andre just loved to laugh. He just loved that. Andre so enjoyed flatulence. When he passed gas, it was an event.
It was an event.
Flatulence. That was his trademark. And he had a real knack for lifting his left leg.
I would see him go into the launch position, and I'd say, oh my God, here it comes. You've never heard anything like it.
It sounded like, like a deep roar, kind of like thing. It would rumble.
The sound of Andre taking a fart? Well, they were loud. Big man, big fart.
Love to get you in an elevator and cut one of those long 30-second farts that sound like skin was flapping together. I remember every once in a while we'd charter a plane, but to see the pilots, almost like somebody gets smoke in their eyes. I'm like, you're gonna wreck the plane, Andre. You can't fart like that in your pants. And the pilots would be, GD this, F that. God, never on this plane again.
Because of his incredible size, because of the era that he lived in, everything about him is mythology. The wildest, most outlandish stories are what takes hold in the public consciousness.
You could say anything about Andre and people would believe it.
That's the fart portion of the documentary. But I mean, isn't that amazing to watch Mean Gene and Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon just talk about farts for a while?
I like it.
It's great.
I love knowing that Andre would hotbox an elevator and an airplane.
I love charter airplane
with Hulk.
I like that sound.
They probably said, "Yeah, what did it sound like?" And then they just make it look like they're all improvising.
Of course.
Oh, this is yes, conspiracy theory. Sam coming in. Yes, Dave in Boston.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi. Hey. I think you two have a pretty good idea as to why. Florentine was
Nick Dipaolo.
contract. Yeah, that's right, Nick. why his contract wasn't renewed. And I believe mostly everybody does know why, and it's probably because of this conservative viewpoint.
You know, I don't. Why, if we thought that, we would say that. Why? What do you think we did? Talk it over before the show. All right, look.
No, but I know.
And why would
shit? And
Dave? What are you talking about?
Right.
The reality is this: you didn't even know his name, so don't act like you know what's going on. You thought he was the wrong comedian. I don't know if it's his conservative views. I don't know what his show. I love Nick
because nobody knew what those views were before he got on the air.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Dave, let me ask you this.
Yes, because people didn't. No, sorry, Travis. You just said it. Everyone knew what Nick was like before they hired him.
Yeah, why would they hire him knowing what his viewpoints are and what his show's going to be, and then fire him for doing what they hired him for?
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe just as time. Come on, Nick, give me the 8 o'clock slot from the 6 o'clock slot.
Well, yeah, we didn't like.
Just put them so where nobody hears them.
That's not why they did that. I didn't like that move either. But the reason they did that is, look, they're celebrity obsessed. Craig Ferguson is more famous, so they gave it to Craig because he's a more famous guy. I think that was the only thinking.
But they're also.
I didn't like it either. I thought Nick should have stayed at 6 o'clock. But don't act like we know something we're not telling you because we don't.
And your thinking makes.
I don't know. It just seems like you're beating around the bush.
No, but I'm telling you we're not. Like you're asking, and I'm telling you that you're wrong.
That's what someone who's beating around the bush would say.
That is true.
That is true.
Well, I don't know,
Dave.
You don't need to know. I know. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Your theory makes no sense.
Fucking Jimmy.
What's that?
You know what? I think because
I think Dave might be drinking.
Spot,
yeah.
And nobody ever says anything about that.
We did say something about that. Yes, we did.
But why?
Hold on, we did say something about that. We said we didn't like it when it happened.
Okay, well, why do you think it happened?
No. Don't get corrected and then continually moving the point. I've already answered why I thought it happened.
Why would Sirius pay somebody a bunch of money?
Oh, you mean because of Craig Ferguson?
No, Dave, listen. Why you answer this. Why would Sirius pay somebody a bunch of money so that they wouldn't be heard on Sirius? If that was the goal of Sirius, to make it so that nobody could hear Nick, why would they hire Nick?
Probably because he was already under contract.
He wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
They hired him.
You don't know what you're talking about, Dave.
They just hired him.
Sam, shut the fuck up.
Sam is right. He's right, though, Dave. Nick, look, I love Dipaolo. He's been a friend of mine for 20 years. If I knew why, I would tell you. I just know what we know. No one has even confirmed it. I texted with Nick. It doesn't look like, he's waiting for a confirmation. I don't know exactly what's happening. We'll probably know in a few days. They don't come to us, dude. They don't come to us and tell us, hey, guys, we're doing that. And if it was because he was conservative and I thought it was because I would say that. If that's what I thought, I would absolutely say that. I don't know how many people, if his show is very popular or not popular, I don't know. No one's told me.
Well, when he moved to the 8 o'clock time slot, I think a lot of people thought the same thing I thought. It's like, well, let's just put him off to where not as many people can hear his conservative views.
We just told you what happened, Dave.
And they would have put him a lot later than that because 8 to 10 is 5 to whatever that's West Coast drive time. That's drive time in Los Angeles.
I say, yeah.
So that's not exactly.
Los Angeles is generally more conservative.
Yeah,
so they would enjoy that from 5 to 7 p.m.
Well, it must be obvious that they think that his radio show isn't that good. Why would you pay Craig Ferguson, who stinks?
But Dave, I like Craig, but I get what you're saying. I wanted Nick at 6 o'clock too because I think Nick does a great show. I think he's really funny. And thanks for the call, Dave. I don't want to see Nick
Dave
move.
Was drunk.
He might have been, yeah.
Yeah,
but I asked him when they did. I'm like, why are you moving Dipaolo? He's doing great at this time. And someone's asking about drive time. Yes, I do actually. Charles in West Virginia.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. I don't think there's a drive time because Nick, I would listen to Nick's show, which I'm surprised his show lasted as long as it did. But anyway, because it was an interesting show, but just some of his views were kind of, I guess, I don't know, kind of not weird, but a little racial. But anyway, what I was going to say is, with the drive time, I listen to a guy that comes on at midnight. He's live, Scott Wessel. It's a sports show. Okay. He gets calls at nighttime, and Nick, he got a lot of calls at nighttime. Sometimes you couldn't even get through.
Sure.
He had so many calls. So I don't know if there's a drive time with satellite radio because it's like 24/7.
You know what I mean? Well, there is a drive time, meaning it's just when they don't do ratings on satellite, but it is when people are driving, and when people are in their cars, it's just when more people are listening because you have nothing else to do, so you throw the radio on.
a lot of your listeners aren't like car drivers. A lot of your listeners are truck drivers like me.
Yeah, the idea
work, all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
All.
Charles is right. The idea that nobody's listening from 8 to 10 is insane. Like, I did a show for a year and a half.
Thank you, Charles.
9 to midnight, and I could fill up phone banks in the third hour easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Kevin in Philly.
Guys, hey, it's getting annoying how you're just so middle of the road with, like, well, we didn't know, they didn't tell us. Then find out. Inform us.
But hold on.
Same with Ant.
Kevin, wait. I can only do one thing. If I ask them and they don't tell me, or if they give me a corporate answer, what do you want me to do? This all happened last night. I haven't seen Don Wickland. This all happened last night, and now it's first thing in the morning, and we're just talking about it. We don't even know if it's officially been told to Nick or if they've officially made a decision. I'm going to be wishy-washy. We don't know.
How about middle of the road on the Ant situation when now Ant is now in the building? You guys still haven't gotten a direct answer. Figure it out. Well, middle of the road constantly. It's fucking annoying.
But what's annoying, dude, is that you're listening to this and you think that we should come out with an answer that we don't have. It's infuriating what happened with Anthony. And I sat in Andrew Moss's office and I complained about it and I bitched about it. And he goes, they just made that decision. No people who have been fired are allowed back in the building. I went and fought with the CFO of the company. What do you want me to do? I told you I don't know exactly what their thinking is, because when these things happen, they don't pull you aside and throw their arm around your shoulder and go, all right, buddy, here's what it is. They make a decision as a company, and the basic attitude is, hey, fuck you if you don't like it. Like, that's their attitude to us.
So you guys not have any leverage? Is there no pull or leverage on your guys? Like, are you guys able to fight? Or
Kevin, and by the way, Kevin, middle of the road, no one has defended Anthony Cumia more than I have.
No, I'm saying middle. Okay. No, I'm not refuting that. What I'm refuting is it's the response, I guess, that you're getting, and it's like almost okay for you guys.
It's
like,
not.
Yeah, all right. Like,
it's not okay for us, dude. It's not that we like the answer, but they don't give a shit that we don't like the answer. They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's also...
We did ask. Of course I asked. I fought with Opie for 2 years about it. Or just, like we got to get him in. We got to get him in. Of course I want him in.
But it's clearly not our channel either. Like, you're acting like we're the ones making decisions on this channel. Like, all that we have control of is 8 to 11. That's literally it.
Dude, they honestly, it's not about leverage. Like, they don't care if we want him in. We don't have the pull to go, yeah, we want him in, and they're going to go, oh, okay. If they don't want him in for whatever reason, it stinks. And it makes me very angry. But it's like, what can I do? Am I going to go down and melt down in Scott's office? I can't do it. I'll get fired.
All right, okay, that's fair. I mean, we've seen historically, not through you, but through other radio hosts that'll remain unnamed, we've heard a lot of noise, but not seen the action. Well, I could... to the CFO, and if you've bitched and complained, I respect that. But it's just, I guess I was annoyed when I turn on and I hear, again, it's a whole, like, vagaries, and I just, as long as you're trying to do your part. But
all we can do is ask, dude, and if they don't tell us, like, what happens, what starts to happen, like, working here or any place, is I realize what I can get done and what I can't. And I know... Exactly, and I've looked at myself as replaceable since day one. They're not telling me what they don't want to tell me, and they don't give a shit that I don't like it. They know I don't like it. I've been extremely clear. They don't care that I don't like it. So when it comes to Nick, I know the drill here. They'll tell you what they tell you. A corporation is never going to come to on-air talent about some other on-air talent and go, man, we didn't like him. They're not going to do that. They're going to go, it's just parting of the ways.
Especially us, because we have big mouths. We say stuff on the air that whatever they tell us, we're going to say.
Yeah, whatever Nick tells me, dude, that will probably be the true story. And I texted with Nick briefly, and he didn't have more of the story. But I'll get more of an answer out of Nick because Nick is my friend. He's not a part of the corporation. So when we know, we'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I really miss Nick. Nick's the man. So,
I love Nick Dipaolo, dude. All right, buddy. Take care. Yeah, I love Dipaolo.
Of course.
But we don't know what we don't know.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe we've, over the years, the impression of, like, the amount of influence that the on-air... Opie and Anthony, as a show, had a good amount of influence.
Yeah, especially, like, in the earlier years.
But they couldn't stop certain things from happening.
No. But also, Opie and Anthony had a channel that they were in control of. And so, programming decisions would come back on them. Like, there's a reason why they gave this channel the weird name of Faction Talk, and it's because... nobody on the channel has any power outside of their own show.
Yes, and somebody here, Kyle in Alabama, and I don't know this tweet. Hello, Kyle.
Hey, yeah, he did a tweet, I think it's 2 or 3 days ago, about the next time, it's something to the effect of, next time there's a school shooting, to go into, hopefully the kids go to Fresno and the teacher's lounge and do something then, and then after about a few hours, he got some pretty hard blowback about that and then deleted it. So that could have helped push it over the top too.
I didn't hear anything about that until you just said it. Do we have that tweet?
It's deleted.
Oh.
I didn't hear anything about it either. I would feel like if the tweet didn't get any publicity, they probably wouldn't do it based on a tweet.
He
deleted
it within a couple hours.
Yeah.
Of after posting it because of everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Dude? You know?
I didn't hear about that at all, Kyle. But I'm looking at his Twitter right now. I follow Nick. I just didn't see that tweet. All right, thanks.
Yeah,
buddy.
Somebody might have a screenshot or something like that. Or maybe you can find it. But anyway, thanks.
Okay, thank you, man. Bill has insight on Dipaolo. Okay, what's up, Bill?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
I was a regular caller to him. He often razzed me about having the energy of brain cancer and the humor value of an anal polyp.
Good for him.
But I had heard from somebody on the staff, I don't want to drop names, they casually mentioned back about the end of March, beginning of April, that they were leaving. It was kind of now when I think about it, it was like, wow, holy crap. It was something going on all the way back then. And then...
Oh, was it someone on Nick's staff? Someone on Nick's staff?
Yeah, someone casually mentioned that they were leaving to go to other shows. And then I know in one of his last shows, he had gotten really pissed off at that Randa Jaffa of Fresno State and called for like an attack on her Facebook page. So I don't know if stuff was going on back then and just that Randa Jaffa and whatever else he's been saying was the final push. But I'm pissed he's gone, man. I was so confused. I called Sirius thinking I needed a refresh on my system or whatever because I couldn't believe it wasn't playing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people are upset. And that's one of those things, too. I mean, especially at night, there's really not a lot going on, you know, that's going to be an alternative to that.
Yeah, Nick will absolutely find a home, and when we know where it is, we'll tell you. Thank you, Bill. But yeah, we'll anything that we know about that, we will tell you. I wish they gave us more information. It is very frustrating. And then the listeners, I get it. Like, you know, they think that we're just holding out. But, you know, the company pays me, and I like working here, but I don't like the way they do certain things. And they know it, and I've been vocal about it. I've talked to them about it. There's just nothing I can do to get them to go, all right, look, here's what it is.
Right.
You know, you find that stuff out. We'll find out more from Nick if he decides to, if he wants to air it. If we can have Nick on whenever Nick wants to come on, I would have him on. I'm sure that's not a firing like, at least I don't think it is. Like it's not an aggressive firing if they just...
It didn't seem like it, and there was certainly no
zero
news
lead up
that preceded it. Yeah.
Zero.
And generally when you have one of those aggressive things, it's like you kind of know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or if it's something that you've been hearing rumblings of.
Right, I didn't hear any rumblings.
No, I didn't either. But again, you know, there is this anti-conservative in entertainment.
Yeah.
Extremely anti-conservative backlash in all of entertainment. Like if you're not on the radio saying Trump sucks, you're automatically seen as a Nazi. You know, he's conservative. So I don't know.
Yeah.
None of that shit would surprise me. Ezra in Dallas. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, I wondered seriously if we could make a play for that replay spot. Have you thought about how annoying it is that the only replay you get is right back to back before your live show comes on again? I work nights. I'm about to go to bed now. I just listened to your replay from yesterday. I'm on the Mountain Time Zone from 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And now I don't get another replay until tonight, you know, if I catch it from 3 in the morning till 6 in the morning. A nighttime replay would be really nice.
Yeah, I don't
want to hear. I damn sure don't want to hear Craig Ferguson back to back.
Well, you know, I think that's just temporary. We would love a replay, but their thing is they want the on demand to be pushed.
Yeah.
So everyone on the channel is not getting a lot of. And thanks for the call. The reason we don't have another replay, we chose the early one because they were like it's right before us and it's also drive time.
Yeah, we just wanted those morning hours.
Yeah, but we understand why people want us to be live and at that hour.
Yeah, get it. All we can say is get a data plan, get on demand.
Yeah, on demand is good.
Get the app. Yeah, because you'll be able to hear all the shows that way.
Let's see here. Which one, Sam? What do you think?
We can go to Kevin in Florida on line 7.
Kevin in 7, yes. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, guys. How we doing, okay?
Hey, buddy. Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm thinking here, you know, it's, first off, it's funny, I think, that the listeners think you guys have all this input. I mean, as much as we would love that, you know, it's all about being soldiers and getting in line.
I did get My Wife Hates Me thrown off the air.
Oh, yeah, that was another one, right? Like, we love Voss and Bonnie. They don't ask our opinion on this stuff at all. I wish they did.
But here's something I'm thinking, and you know it's in the news up there in New York, and I've been reading it too down here. It's all this is being done because moves are being made right now so that Big Mike Francesa can come in and take that primetime drive spot.
Maybe that's possible.
6 to 8.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me because Francesa was talking about going to go back on. He wants to be back on the radio. Thank you.
Dude, this morning the article comes out. Francesa said, I'm ready to go back on the Fan. Francesa's going back to WFAN.
That's what he's saying, yeah. I think this whole thing, as soon as he saw that his spot lost to Michael Kay, he probably figured, fuck this, now I can get the company to give me the money I wanted to give for a shorter show.
Well, it's also a little bit embarrassing because he also couldn't get deals anywhere else.
That might be it, yeah.
You know,
I'm sure he could get a deal, but it's not for the money he probably wants.
Exactly. So I think he's going to try to do something shorter at the Fan and beat that Michael Kay show here in New York. But, I mean, he only lasted less than 5 months before he's going into paper and saying the lead time saying I'm not coming back to WFAN for Mike Francesa was longer than the amount of time from his retirement until now saying I'm ready to go back.
It's time to get back on FAN.
It's a little embarrassing.
It is. It's embarrassing.
But I think fans are generally, I mean, I was looking on Twitter this morning and Francesa fans are just thrilled. They're just like, the Pope's back.
Yeah, they'll be happy if he's back. If they hire him back on. They might not.
I'll bet they will.
Because the hit they're taking might not be worth the amount of money they have to spend to get him. Like, they're probably paying so much less for the show they have right now.
Yeah, you would have to make it. It would have to be a sweetheart deal.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he'll make that.
He might.
I think he will come back to the Fan for less money than he wants.
He might.
Because I think that he is realizing the landscape is not what he thought it was.
For a shorter show.
I think it will be a shorter show.
3-hour show,
certainly.
maybe.
Which is what they offered him before he left, and he wanted a raise from what he was making now.
He won't get a raise.
No.
He won't get a raise.
And so they were like, no.
He wants to be back on the air.
He does. He misses it.
He misses talking about his snowblower. He misses drinking his Diet Coke. I mean, his wife is sitting there making him drink Diet Coke all the time. He wants to be back on the air so he can pretend it's Diet Coke, but it's actually regular Coke. He likes the sweetness.
Yeah, he just needs a daily place to go somewhere to drink regular Coke.
And sneak his ice cream during the commercials.
He probably does miss.
That's going to be part of his deal. No more filming me during the commercials because I got in big trouble last time.
I got to eat candy and do what I do. Shove food in my fat face.
Yeah, I don't want people seeing me eating that's my Skittles time. I can't let people see me eating my Skittles.
Yes, Craig in Connecticut.
Hi, guys. First of all, I was a participant with Nielsen Scarborough, and there is a part where you could put down Sirius Satellite Radio for ratings.
Oh, there is? Okay.
All right. Now, Sirius is really pissing the fans off because they've doubled the music fees from $25 to $50 a year. They're asking for $300 for the renewal for the year. And I'm not going to pay it. Nick was my favorite. I wasn't
Well, that makes us feel really good, Craig.
Schubert on May 5th. But now I'm going to go see him at the Schubert in New Haven on May 5th.
Yeah, he's a great comedian. So definitely support Nick by going out and seeing his shows. What's his website?
Anyways, you can't go on threatening for Barbara Streisand to die, calling people faggots, saying Hillary's a fat, cankled whore or whatever. I mean, I cringed at some of the shit he said. And I knew it was only a matter of time. I thought, like, the Secret Service was going to pay him a visit.
Oh, okay, so you like Nick, but he made you nervous.
He wasn't always eloquent with his opinions.
Or he probably... I bet he had some good jokes, though.
Everyone else is the same, and that Craig Ferguson can suck my dick with his Scottish
That's
fucking...
nice. Lucky Craig.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Have a nice day.
All right, Greg. Yeah, Nick is it, but the jokes were probably good, though. I mean, even though he was probably saying horrible shit, he's being funny with it.
Right, his jokes were always good.
Yes.
Are always good.
Wow.
He's alive.
Samantha in New York. The phones are lit. A lot of Dipaolo fans. Good. Yes, Samantha. Samantha in New York. Okay.
Yeah, well, there goes your Dipaolo fans.
Yeah,
That's why.
well, I don't know. She's not the brightest. Shane in Indiana.
Hold on, let me update my Sniper Sammy hit list. Wife My wife hates me.
That's
Opie,
right. That's right.
Dipaolo.
Yep.
Travis, get a hold of Bennington's show and give him a fucking heads up, would ya? But,
That's true. I got another one. Another one bites the dust as a result of the last professional broadcaster.
I mean, we can't be surprised. Nick was Nick, and, he was kind of wild and crazy. But in all seriousness, I'm not joking. Sam, can we push for the kill screen 3-hour block to fill the convene on Rich Replay? Because I can't take them fuckers at night.
Okay, Jim, something that I suggested, you weren't here on Friday, but something that I suggested.
Thank you, Shane.
We were revisiting the Billy Mitchell story. You remember Billy Mitchell?
Of course, yes. So tragic events.
Right. We were talking about his thing being his record being taken away from him, and we were talking about the movie again. And we were playing Brian Koo walking around Fun Spot saying there's a kill screen coming, and I was saying that if I were in charge of the channel, on the weekend, we would run a 10-hour block of Brian Koo just walking around saying there's a kill screen coming and just letting people sit there for 10 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because in my brain, I was like, for like an hour, people would get upset. And then at 2 hours, they'd think it was funny. At 4 hours, they'd be like, they can't be serious. But 6 hours and on, they'd be like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. So, yeah, what do you think we should pitch to the bosses that maybe we put our kill screen show on instead?
But here's why.
Yeah.
Because we should say, and they'll go, that's a terrible idea. And then we can go, well, then our show. And our show will actually look good.
It'll look great, yeah.
Like, all right, yeah, we should.
But here's what we'll say. We'll go like, I know it's only a 2-hour slot. So what if we gave you, I know we're a 3-hour show, and that's a 2-hour slot. But what if we gave you Jim Norton and Sam Roberts on steroids? And that 3 hours into 2 hours because on steroids.
Do you like that, Troy?
No.
We can even call it that. Jim and Sam on steroids. Or we could make us talk really fast. So it's like
speed it up.
Yeah, and we go, it's Jim and Sam on crack.
Or like Jim and Sam juiced.
Oh, juiced. That would be a great name.
Or Jim and Sam are the show from hell.
Oh, yeah. Get people you thought Nick Dipaolo was controversial with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts broadcasting from hell.
I like that.
That's cool.
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll have an answer today, a definitive answer as to exactly what happened or if it's 100%. I mean, I think it is, but, I want to just know what I'm talking about before I talk about my friend's career.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth in Minnesota.
Yeah, morning, boys. Just wondering if anyone's seen on the news Officer Jimmy Norton getting in trouble down at the Waffle House in Tennessee.
What happened with Officer?
No.
We can even call it that. Jim and Sam on steroids. Or we could make us talk really fast. So it's like
speed it up.
Yeah, and we go, it's Jim and Sam on crack.
Or like Jim and Sam juiced.
Oh, juiced. That would be a great name.
Or Jim and Sam are the show from hell.
Oh, yeah. Get people you thought Nick Dipaolo was controversial with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts broadcasting from hell.
I like that.
That's cool.
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll have an answer today, a definitive answer as to exactly what happened or if it's 100%. I mean, I think it is, but, I want to just know what I'm talking about before I talk about my friend's career.
Yeah.
Yes, Seth in Minnesota.
Yeah, morning, boys. Just wondering if anyone's seen on the news Officer Jimmy Norton getting in trouble down at the Waffle House in Tennessee.
What happened with Officer Jimmy?
Yeah, there's a woman just minding her own business in a tube top.
I did see that.
Officers came in and accosted her, and Jimmy was one of the officers.
Was the officer's name Jim Norton?
I did not verify the name. I only saw the video. So
thank you, Seth.
So it appears to be Jim Norton.
Yeah, there is an officer, some Jim Norton, who's a cop, and there's also a Jim Norton Toyota. You know, once in a while I've Googled myself. That's how I know I'm doing well in showbiz. When the top Jim Norton hit us in Tulsa, and it's a guy selling cars.
I love when people send screen grabs of the radios or whatever they have in their cars that use IMDb or whatever, and it says Jim Norton's on the radio, and it's either it's like a picture of the actor,
the Irish actor, yeah,
the stage actor, yeah, the old man.
Meet Jim Norton, the man behind Condé Nast's Reconstruction.
Oh, congrats, man!
You.
Thanks a lot.
Is that why you're out all those Fridays?
Yeah, I'm doing some Condé Nast stuff.
You're a jack of all trades.
Yeah, be like Condé Nasty.
Let's see what is next.
Tim in Long Island.
Doesn't faze him.
No, he's fine.
What's up, Tim?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I just found this a little strange. I heard that on Nick's last broadcast, he said on Thursday he was going to be back Monday, so I don't think it's a contract issue. I think they just dropped him.
Oh, okay.
They called him up and they were like, hey, I heard on your show you said you'd be back Monday. Not true. What? Huh?
Well, they said if he doesn't come in on Friday, don't bother coming in on Monday either.
Yeah, but then he was quoted as saying, woohoo, 4-day weekend. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that tweet was bad. I don't know what he I don't know. He's just bashing that woman.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like it's out of character for Nick. He did
exactly.
a lot of things on his show that...
It's not like it made news.
No, it didn't. That's why I don't think it was any tweet. No. Like, he deleted it. Nobody picked up on it. It was not a big deal. So I don't know.
I don't even know. Oh, yeah, Cavino and Rich are right after us. Okay. And then Jason, and then Craig.
He goes, us, Cavino and Rich, Jason Ellis, Craig Ferguson, and then an extra Craig Ferguson. Yeah, and then the night stuff picks up, the replays and whatnot.
Yeah, and ours is overnight.
Yeah, I think Jason has the first replay at night, and then we took the last one because it
matched up
with our show. Yeah,
we didn't want to be overnight. So yeah, it's frustrating, man. It is frustrating. I like him so much, and
why don't you marry him?
Because I don't love him.
Oh, smart, man.
Maybe he will call. Here's Samantha in New York again. Yeah, we tried to go to her. Hello.
Hey, sorry I got cut off. Listen, couple things. Bear with me. Hang in here with me, okay? Nick is definitely taken off the air, most definitely because of his conservative viewpoint. It was so refreshing to have. It's true. Every single show in New York City can bash the shit out of Trump and his kids and his everything. You know it's true. Nick was so refreshing to hear him, and it was funny as hell.
Yep.
And besides you guys, he's the only other show worth listening on this channel. The rest of the dudes suck horribly. Craig Ferguson is horrendous.
Oh my gosh. Poor Craig.
Poor Jason Ellis. Who the hell are these people?
Well, Jason, despite the fact that he blocked us on Twitter, he's a legit radio guy. I mean, he's been around for a long time.
I like Jason.
I do like Jason, but he makes it hard. He blocks us.
I have never...
He does these weird acts of aggression.
I have never...
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you.
I like Jason Ellis, and he may be the most difficult person on the planet to be friends with. And I've been friends with some difficult people.
Yeah, no, he's not the most difficult person.
Okay, he's probably the second most difficult person I've ever had any type of relationship with. But yes, he is a very difficult person to be on good terms with.
Is this really, Kevin's co-host? Hello, Brian.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm the blind guy.
It is you. Hello, how are you?
On?
Cool.
Pleasure to speak with you. I really enjoy the show, and I'm happy for both of you that you've got this morning show. It's really, it's a lot of fun for me as I stare at the wall.
Thank you, Brian.
How would you know?
Pumpkin. I call back. I literally talk back to the radio. I sit in a dark room. Anyway, I just wanted to say, I think with the Dipaolo thing, I'm not surprised that he got kicked off, and I know everyone's just shitting all over poor Craig Ferguson. My gosh, but I don't like any other show on the channel except for your program. And but I feel like with Nick, like it's just such a. Isn't there a channel? There is like I don't listen to Howard and I listen to this channel. Isn't there a channel where they do like Republican stuff? You know what I'm talking about? Like
what's a political? Yeah, they have political channels.
But do they have a lot of conservative guys on? I mean, Bannon's not here, and I know when Seth Rogen and some other guys said they wouldn't come on because Bannon had a show.
Well, they still have Breitbart Radio here.
Okay, they do.
Yeah,
because I didn't like that when guys wouldn't come on. like because there's a voice, like even though you don't have to like Bannon, but come on, man, you can't shut the guy up.
Well, Steve Bannon's not here because he's not on Breitbart anymore.
Right, I know.
So it wasn't Sirius that took him off. But yeah.
Yeah, so my point is Nick's show was, I mean, I'm a big fan of Nick's. Actually, it's funny. I'm from Baltimore originally. I don't mean to brag, but I gave tickets to see Nick at there's a Magoobies thing it's called, comedy club in Baltimore, and to my mother and my stepfather. My mother walked out of the show in the middle of it because she didn't like his politics. But I just think the show was a kind of a one-note show. It was really, really political, and I feel like the Drive Time show on this channel. I mean, I wish you guys could program this channel because the Drive Time show could be, or rather, I think should be, like a fun, like a 4 to 7, like you take calls. I don't know, Jesus Christ.
Jim and I would program this channel very selfishly if we were programming
sure would,
it.
But Nick was on. Nick was on 8 to 10. He wasn't even on in Drive Time in New York.
Oh, I guess I wasn't on demand, but I'm not surprised that he went. I think it is a shame, but
yeah.
And of course, for all you folks out there, if you like Burning Bridges on Compound Media, 2 to 4 every Monday.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, thank you, Brian. Yeah, and we love.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
You too.
Guys. Bye.
And we love Kevin Brennan too. Kevin's a very enjoyable guest.
Yeah, he gets upset.
He certainly
I like to rile him up.
But even about good things.
What do you mean?
You thirsty? I need fucking water.
Yeah, well, I brought water.
Get a bag of snacks. I never knew he had a bag of snacks.
A giant bag of fruit snacks.
Awful. Here, fruit roll-ups and Wonder Bread.
I brought a loaf of bread in case I get hungry.
Yeah, what are you fucking coming over on a boat to Miami? Fucking shittiest snack bag. All right, I can't believe how many. I can't believe, but the phones are. Nick was obviously doing well,
and people love controversy.
You think that's part of what it is? But there's a lot of people that like. I don't know if this is it, Kevin. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was a big fan of Nick Dipaolo and Merkface Andy, and this thing with the tweet and deleting the tweet is not true or is true. It just makes me think, like, where do we get to a point in this world where Twitter just fucking runs everything? Like, it puts CEOs and beds them at their knees.
Who runs the world? Tweets.
What's up with that? Like, does anybody else think that that's, like, kind of ludicrous?
Well, we're not hearing that was... I didn't even know about that tweet until the caller said it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's not tweets that run the world. It's the response to tweets that people get. It's not like the tweet itself is never what gets people in trouble. It's the fact that people rally around it and then raise awareness for advertisers to stop doing stuff, or they write articles in publications about it, or it ends up in the newspaper. It starts with the tweet, but it's never just the tweet.
I understand that, but in Dipaolo's case, all three of us didn't know anything about this until that caller called in, so there's no way his tweet caught any traction. No offense to Dipaolo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
he might have taken it down in time. Like, if he got some shit and took it down fast, it didn't seem to grab any, like, national attention, maybe because he took it down.
Yeah, and then now they're just worried that he's going to get off the handle like that again, or...
I don't know, Kevin. I don't know. I hope I'm sure we'll...
Speculation.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully we'll get an answer. To be honest with you, I think the most honest answer we'll get will be out of Nick.
Yeah, I don't think that they'll just be like, here's what we'll get from Sirius. It's just a decision we decided to make.
That really is the extent of it.
Yeah, that's the beginning, middle, and end of the insight that we'll get.
And when you sit down with these guys and you go like, yeah, but what is it? They're like, yeah, they just made the decision. Like, no one says, because they're afraid you're going to come and blab it on the air.
Which we will. I mean,
yeah, they're not wrong.
Fear. Yeah.
But I mean, anything they don't want on the air, they just won't tell you. Even guys that you know, even Wickland, who we know probably better than anybody here. Buddy, I don't know, buddy. Like, he won't give you anything he doesn't want on the air.
But that's because if Wickland tells us and we go on the air, then Wickland's going to catch shit and be like, why did you tell those guys? Why do you knew he was going to go on the air? It's going to be his problem.
Stuff on the air doesn't matter, though. Like, it's one of those things.
What do you mean?
Meaning that I don't think they even give a shit if much of it goes on the air. It's just one story, then another story. I don't know if they even care that much. There's no reason to care. Like, they should, if we whatever the reason if they fired Nick, whatever the reason is, just tell us.
Say it.
Who cares?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're saving face, right?
What, Travis? Sorry.
Twat.
Oh, okay. I can't hear you in my ear. You have to raise your volume or something.
You could just say it on the air at this point.
Yeah, say it in the air.
Like,
I love you, Jim. You look great today.
Thanks a lot, babe. I appreciate that.
It's part of my
Go ahead,
contract.
Sam. You can compliment me, too.
It's in the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have to whisper something nice to Jim every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Really odd request.
Well, I mean, I didn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
His contract.
I didn't know we could do stuff. Well, October's coming, Travis. October's coming. Get those vocal cords warmed up.
Howard in North Carolina.
Yeah, I just going to say, if they take Nick off the air, I've been listening to Sirius since Open Ethic come on. And I understand, just like you guys say, you got to stand up for something. Well, if they take Nick off the air, I ain't going to pay, because that one guy said they wanted $300 to redo his plan. Them motherfuckers are wanting $380 from me. And I'll be goddamn if I'm going to pay $380 and them motherfuckers rule the roost and I don't get to listen to what I want. So if they take Nick off the air and he stays off the air, they can take their subscription and stick it up their ass.
Well, fuck you.
And I do know, because I used to listen to Sam's show and all that. I know.
Why would you be so diminutive about it?
I know you're sitting there probably jacking off with the heart off because you've got somebody that you don't like off the air.
That's not true.
Not that you did it.
Wait, you think we don't like Nick?
No, me specifically.
You don't. Yeah, you don't like it. I mean, you don't like.
He thinks I'm masturbating because I'm glad that Nick is off the air.
Yeah. You got rid of a Republican voice, and your daddy is going to pat you on the head and say, "Son, I don't know how you did it, but you did it."
That is true. That is what the Roberts do too. It's all about self-congratulatory liberalism.
You see what happens, Jim? You start a thing, and people just decide, like, oh.
But in all honesty, if they do take Nick off the air and they don't put him back on, I won't renew my subscription.
Well,
I drive truck for a living.
Fuck you, Howard. Fuck you.
Sam, you know you love me. Hell, you used to talk to me on your show.
I do, Howard. I just don't want you. I don't want you to leave. I get aggressive. I don't want you to go.
Yes, you do.
All right, that's true. What are you? One of them filthy Republicans? You sound like you're in a red state with that accent.
You damn right, baby. Hey! If it wasn't for the Southern people, the Northern people wouldn't have no place to sit, because I haul 2 loads of furniture a week up there.
Yeah, well, I hope Michelle Obama is our next president.
Well, by God, one thing about it, they'd need a bigger chair for her ass now, wouldn't they?
How dare you?
She does have a big hiney.
Okay,
that's not crazy.
If you look at Sam's hair and her ass, they would look good together, Jimmy.
I don't disagree.
Eating that ass. Oh yeah, you know you would.
Thank you very much, Howard.
I don't give a shit about race. I'm 58 fucking years old. Who gives a shit about race? So you be politically correct. I don't have the time to.
Okay, well, listen, Howard, there's no place for that type of talk on this show.
Thank you, Howard.
Howard's waiting for the South to rise again.
Yeah, I understand. But he did say it was funny when he said, you wouldn't have nowhere to sit. I drive 2 loads of chairs up there. Like we'd all just be standing around like a bunch of Northern assholes.
Howard is the chair guy.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for the South bringing us chairs, we'd all be standing there like goddamn fools.
Right.
Not sure how to relax.
Well, you remember the South almost won the Civil War, but the problem was that their legs were not as strong as ours.
Well, they said the South will rise again because they're all sitting.
Right. Eventually they'll stand up. They have all the chairs.
Wow.
I bet that guy's favorite rapper has become Kanye West in the last couple of days.
Oh, why? Because Trump?
He's MAGA now. He's all right.
Nick is very... Look, the best way to let your opinion be known is to write a company. If you don't like what they did... Because, again, Sirius doesn't give a fuck what I think or what Sam thinks. Because our opinions on the air don't mean anything. We're hired. If you contact them and say, we didn't like this, that lets them know that you didn't like it. Sounds stupid, but I mean, that's the only... They care more about the subscribers than they do about my opinion.
Yeah. Send them emails and make sure that you mention that this is the only good show on the channel. But just, like, if you mention something nice about this show in your outrage, it would be great.
Someone is suggesting we need It's Eric Nagel on the channel from 6 to 8.
I would love that.
Yes. By the way, did Eric tweet late last night that he was watching comic book movies?
Travis, you're the expert.
Why am I the... Oh, because I read Twitter on the way in?
Because you're the Nagel expert.
Yeah, he was.
What time was he tweeting it? Oh, rewatching. It's 5 hours ago. Wait, what time is that?
That would be
at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Sam Morrill is here. Are we taking a break or are we going to have him come right in?
No, we should take a break. It's 9 o'clock.
Why are you yelling at me?
Your mouth is full, Travis. You sound like a total dick.
Yeah.
Fish sandwich.
No, that's what's in his mouth. Thanks.
By the way, I was watching...
Fish sandwich.
What?
I was watching Raw last night, and Brock Lesnar came out, and he was wearing his T-shirt, right? It said Jimmy John's on the back, and I was like, what, penis?
See, Brock likes penis.
I want that in the intro, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can put it in the intro.
Yeah, Mr. Travis was so quick to put in my flub from WrestleMania, but we're a week removed from his penis debacle, and it's nary been near the intro.
I will tell you why.
Because you're an asshole.
Aside from you saying action, I don't think there's a single Jim or Sam thing in the intro, because we usually just put things that we've done on the show.
I'll put something for the intro. If I flub, by the way.
Well, that's never going to happen. However, action went into the intro because it was not done on this show. It was,
don't put this in the intro.
Oh, jeez, he just wants to be included. He just wants to make sure his voice is in it. What a fucking loser.
I have the penis clip if you guys want to hear him.
8:56.
Yeah, I need something to wash the taste.
Cleanse?
Just Jim trying to get attention.
No, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to be in the intro.
Oh, no.
No, I was saying don't.
Oh, I hope he doesn't do it now.
Is that what you said?
When you went, ba. He just wants to hear his stupid voice.
No, I shouldn't. Don't you dare.
Get jealous of negative attention being brought to other people.
Don't you dare. All right, let's break it, eat, and make love.
Well, before we do, I would like to hear what exactly from Travis we're going to add to the intro.
Oh, yes. You ever eat Jersey Mike's? That's the shit.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's is great.
What about Jimmy John's?
Never ate it.
No.
Pretty good. You get BLT.
A penis?
Penis?
A penis. Jerk.
What a total dillweed.
Sam's disgusted.
What a fucking what a dick hungry crud.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like when you have a crush on a girl. Like I saw a hot dog once. He was talking about the girl he had a crush on. He was trying to order a Chipotle. He accidentally mentioned the girl's name instead of saying burrito. That's what Travis does, except with penis. It's just on his mind so much.
Of course it is.
And Travis, he just skews the conversation back to penises all the time because he's like, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I lust over.
Yeah. Such a funny word.
Penis? Especially just out of...
Really is.
What's that, penis? What? I just said BLT.
Penis.
I even said, I was like, Jimmy John's, and then I said it's a good place for BLT.
I said I never ate there.
And he just goes, what?
Penis? Travis is an ass.
Who's he talking to? Just totally unaware of the conversation he was
having. All right, guys, we really have to go to break.
I'm Florida-ing soon.
Yeah.
But I'm Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and then I go out to Milwaukee and Iowa City, and then Sam and I go to L.A. One room, share a room.
What?
Why not?
What room? Penis?
Not like 2 beds.
No. We'll get 2 rooms. Right. I'll pay for my own if I have to.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, we got Sam Morrill.
Are we confirmed we're going to LA?
Yeah.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sam Morrill and Mark Norman coming in soon.
Thanks for telling me. I'm getting the Dipaolo treatment around here.
BRB.
Sting.
No, the other version.
The real version.
Yeah, the Diddy did.
Puff Daddy and the Bad Boy Family.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Jim, before I came on, I was looking at your road schedule is so inspiring until I see Side Splitters in Tampa.
I know. I like that club a lot. Let's be honest, some of them just pay good. But it's actually a small, excellent room.
Oh, it is an awesome room. Bobby Jewell, the owner, he's like an 80s owner.
He's a maniac.
Character. He has got a tall...
A character,
He's got a tall crown. I heard he cost them like $40,000 a year in liquor himself.
That's
it's like you almost miss guys like that.
Yeah.
Who are such a throwback. and he still kind of will just. I had this guy Raul Sanchez, this comic featuring for me last time I was there, and he's super funny. He's like illegal immigrant, PTSD, served in Iraq. He's had a crazy fucking life, and he's Mexican, and Bobby keeps calling him a Native American. He keeps calling him.
He walks in, he's like, "Hey, red blood."
Well, it's like I'm dying. It's so fucked up. He's like, which tribe are you in, Raul? And then Raul says back to him, airborne infantry. How about you? and Bobby just takes a sip of his liquor and he goes, well played.
Bobby's also always got like she's a hot chick, but she also looks like she was run over. You know what I mean? Like she's hot, but still something's off. You know what I mean? Like a fist fight or something.
That's how he got her.
Yeah, probably. He won her in a gambling match.
Yeah, but he's an old school guy, and I love that club. I really do. Like, there's some clubs you do. Like,
it is a good club.
The DC Improv's a great club.
Yeah.
In Denver, I do the Comedy Works. There's certain gigs that are there. I love the Stress Factory in Jersey.
Oh, yeah, that can get rowdy.
It can, yeah, it can. But Friday Late Show is a bit of a bitch.
Oof, yeah.
Mark came in and you said you were having a thing with another comedian. You don't have to say his name, but what happened?
It's a long story, but
what
boy.
is his name?
I guarantee. Hold on, I guarantee you, I know what it was about. I'm just gonna write it down.
All right.
Pussy, he wrote.
Yeah.
No. That's how I signed my name. Hey, I like pussy. God is too defensive about his sexuality. I like pussy.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
I like to kiss it.
Oh, okay,
the guy who comes in, he goes, I got laid last night. Let me tell you about it. You're like, all right.
Did you? Well, people who describe pussy in a way that's not real, like, her pussy was gold. Was it? Fool.
It was ice cold and bone dry. All right, so I was doing I had 3 sets that last night, and it was
working on a Conan.
Oh yeah, it was all working out. It was all locking in. I had the Cellar, then Gotham, then Stand Up New York, and it was all locking in. I get to Gotham, they're like, Gaffigan dropped in, and now Seinfeld's on. So I'm like, fuck. So the whole night is screwed. That's, by the way, that's New York for you. 5 years ago, I'm like, oh my God, Jerry Seinfeld. Now you're like, this fucking kite. Jesus Christ. That'll get me out of the business.
No, what's wrong with saying that about the biggest comedian of all time?
But no, I love the guy.
Shut up.
I'm sure that'll make it much better. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
We'll see on Comedians in Cars season 3.
Boy.
Hey, at least he said he loves me.
So I'm like, this guy, Jesus Christ. So he does 45. Yeah. So now I'm like, I just got to go. I'm telling the booker guy, I'm like, I just got to run. I got to make my other spot. He's like, no one else is here. We need you to go on. So I figure like, all right, I got to do checks.
At Gotham?
Yeah.
That happened to me at Gotham 2 nights ago.
Yeah, so no one else is there.
Who doesn't show up?
Well, I think people go, Seinfeld's there. I'm not even going to go. What's the point? He'll just close it out.
But he doesn't do that much time, does he?
He probably did 40, but then Gaffigan did time. Then another comic went on earlier. Wow. So it was a whole thing. And I was like, geez, but I got to go. He's like, can you just text stand up? We need you here. No one else is here. And somebody's got to, do checks. So I figure, all right, somebody's got to close this thing out, whatever. So I go, all right. And he's like, just do 10, do whatever you want, And I go on and they hate me. They're all going to the bathroom. They're like, who's this guy? He's not famous. It was a tough spot. And I get the light and I go, well, I'm the last guy, whatever. I'm just gonna do my extra time. I missed my other spot. I'm just gonna do some extra time. I'll do instead of 15, I'll do 16 or 17. And now they're flashing me with the light like crazy. Like, what are you doing? And I get off. And they're like, what was that? I was like, wow, I thought I was closing it out, And they're like, no, there's more show. So apparently there's other comics waiting.
Oh,
so
you didn't know.
You pulled a Brendan Burns.
Oh, Jesus.
I heard about that. He knew Patrice.
I did well, he said.
I didn't tell a story.
So you did an extra 5 or an extra 2 minutes not knowing?
Maybe 2-3 minutes extra, too. Because I was like, well, I missed my other spot. They don't care. And he was super apologetic. Like, just go up. We need you. No one else was there. So I just assumed it was just me.
You assumed you were the last comedian. I understand, yeah.
And then I got off, and the guy was like, what the fuck?
I hate that, though. You're doing them a favor.
Well, not the comic, though. The comic, I'm saying, was pissed. I got off, and he was like, gee, you're a fucking asshole. And I'm like, I thought I was loud. I didn't know you were here. Also, if I thought I fucked you, I wouldn't just walk up and be like, hey, what's up, buddy? And he was like, what the fuck, asshole? So he was freaking out on me, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I thought I was last. He's like, you knew what you were doing. I'm like, no, I really didn't.
You knew?
Yeah.
I wouldn't just walk up to you. I'd been like, oh, shit, that guy's here. I would have slinked out in the back. But it was a whole thing, and he flipped.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so I'm going to write him a letter or something.
Don't write him a letter. Was it 1850?
I'll sing him a song.
This guy got mad at me once because I made fun of him. He's a really good dude, but I made fun of him for drinking Bailey's Irish Cream on the rocks.
You should have.
Yeah, I was like, all right, nice drink. And he said something like, I'll still kick your ass. I'm like, yeah, but that has nothing to do with what you're drinking. Of course you kick my ass.
You'll take off your charm bracelet and punch me. Nana. Yeah, I know who you mean. Oh, I thought it was an argument about race. He gets into it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that with him.
Oh, I have at this Cellar. He's great.
Really?
I love him, yeah. But, it was about that spot thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys get, there are comics that just fucking go over every time. I'm not saying you're one of them, but there are guys that do it, and you're like, all right, great.
He does it sometimes.
Apparently, yeah.
He does do it.
I've done it once.
Most comedians are not that flagrant. Like, if you came over and goes, I really didn't realize you were here, I would have accepted the fact that you meant that.
Well, you remember the time, what's his name went over on you? Can we tell that?
Yeah, who went over on you? Mark, get to it.
The tables have turned. So this guy went really long, and it was like fucking 1:30 in the morning, and it was 7 spots.
Chappelle,
yeah. And So then I went on after him, and I was like, what the hell was that? Jeez. And it was working. And I remember Godfrey was the host, and he was laughing like, you're going to die. Like, I didn't realize this guy was so angry, the guy was making fun of. And Godfrey was watching like, oh, he's going to kill you. But I thought I was just killing. I thought I was just making him laugh, but he was laughing at the fact that I was going to get beat up.
Did you get beat up?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, he fucking threw him.
Oh, the Sherrod story, yes. I've heard that.
Christ.
Sherrod beat you up because you were making fun of him?
Well, it wasn't a beat up. It was just a, it was a rough him up.
I heard that. I heard that a long time ago.
Who got the best of whom physically?
Probably the waitress got made pretty good. No, it wasn't that bad. It was fun. We're cool now, and everybody loves everybody.
Did he punch you in your face?
No. Well, nothing like that.
Stomach?
No.
Shove?
It was more of a manhandle.
I see.
Or person handle.
Thank you, Mark.
Sherrod is a fucking maniac. Like, I know there's some people that don't like Sherrod. I've seen him going after a guy. There was some.
Who doesn't like Sherrod?
I like
certain
him.
fans don't like him. But he's a fucking animal. Like I saw him.
Oh, he's so strong.
He is a giant fisted man.
You know he manhandled Mark.
Of course he did.
I go, who doesn't like Sherrod? As in, like, I thought everybody liked him.
I'm a big fan.
And Mark goes, I like Sherrod.
Buy his album.
But there was some guy in the cellar.
Hashtag race wars.
Yeah.
The guy was being, I don't know what started. I came down the steps. It was in the hallway. And something was going on. And the guy, I don't know if he dropped the fucking N-bomb. He said something. But Sherrod went after him. And this was a really big dude. But it was genuine. It wasn't for play or for show. He really wanted to get into a physical altercation with the guy.
Altercations don't scare Sherrod?
No, man. He's one of those, there are guys like that who are very comfortable.
He's tough.
But they're not bullies. There are guys who are very, very comfortable, I think, being in a physical confrontation if they have to. I'm not one of those guys.
I was at the comic strip one night, and we were just drinking the bar, and we see one of the guys, he got into it with someone there, and the guy just comes out covered in blood. And we were like, what the fuck happened? He was like, he pissed off Sherrod.
Wow.
That was the whole thing.
That must have been so much fun for Godfrey, though, to sit there and be like, he's going to kill you, and you didn't even know what was happening, so you just kept laying it on thicker.
Yes.
And Godfrey's like, what's this guy doing? This is the greatest thing ever.
I was like, I'm killing with Godfrey. Godfrey loves me. Look how funny I am. And he was just like, you're going to die, motherfucker.
And then it came down to fisticuffs.
Yeah, Godfrey's another maniac. Like he's got an Artie Fuqua, not since the accident. Like I think he's mellowed a lot. And
yeah, I mean, 40 million will do that to you.
It sure will. Fucking he's wearing Armani suits. He's driving a Benz. At least he spent responsibly.
He got tuned up by a few transgenders at that McDonald's.
Artie did?
I didn't know.
That was a while
They
ago.
won't give him his money back?
How much did he have to pay for that?
Like, do you know Jim Norton? Because it's funny. But yeah, no, can you imagine getting into that thing? That's a hell of a story.
They've, I heard he's gotten into it around the corner from the cellar a few times. This just guys that get in. Maybe they drink and they get, but the later it gets, I don't know.
You've never been in a fight like that.
Nah, man, I'm a fucking older man.
That's a dangerous McDonald's, though.
Yeah, it is.
The one around the corner? Located, for being in the West Village,
it's on West 3rd and 6th.
It gets shady.
That's the one that's right by the Village Underground there, right?
Yeah.
That's the one with that famous video. You could probably pull it up there, T-Dog, about the woman come behind the counter with a big metal, pipe.
Is that there?
That was there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a classic video. Your way.
That's Burger King.
Yeah, that is Burger King. McDonald's is, I'm loving it.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
What's your way?
Burger King.
Okay.
Yeah, have it your way at Burger King? Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, hold the whatever.
Special orders don't upset us.
Upset us.
All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
Why would they have lettuce twice?
Let us and lettuce.
There it is.
Wow.
Rolled Rayon Macintosh.
That's the McDonald's, huh?
Ass whooping. That's the one, baby.
$50 bill.
Oh, shit. This is actually a different video than the one I saw.
But it's still the same incident?
Pretty much. Well, there's just so many over here. Yeah, this is different.
Oh, wow.
The one I saw is black and white footage, and the guy's back there over the counter with a pipe.
Who beat up who?
Whom?
It's good.
It sucks enough to work at McDonald's, but they have to fight.
I know.
Too.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Same with bodega guys. They gotta kick ass and pull guns.
I love seeing a McDonald's employee snap on somebody who's rude though, because that really is a shit job.
Just a day of having to deal with everybody. And finally, the wrong person says the wrong thing.
Well, I love when the wrong person, when they get out of line to a certain degree and they try to get physical, and then the person pulls out a fucking pot and bashes their brains in with it.
Yeah. This is going to be a quick one.
Wouldn't you be scared? I would be scared to hit somebody with a piece of metal, but there are some people where if you push them to that point and they pick up metal, they're just going to beat your fucking brains in.
I know.
I think you got to go blackout rage, right?
I
like
think
it's
so.
that fear of like knowing what the consequences are after I hit this person with a frying pan has to go away before you hit them with the frying pan.
I drop elbows. I'm like,
oh shit.
There's some people that go like Nicolas Cage in Con Air though, and you go to that blackout, and then your life is over.
Oh yeah, you're done.
It's cool for a minute when you kill the guy.
Right.
And then right after that,
I like him better as Cast or Troy.
Ooh, what's the funny?
Off.
Oh yeah. Didn't he fuck his wife in that? Didn't he fuck Travolta's wife as Travolta?
Yeah,
that's right.
That's exciting.
And then, but she didn't. She knew it wasn't him because he didn't do the thing where it touches the face, which is a really romantic quality.
Mark loves
not a Hollywood writer thing.
Mark loves weird cuckold stuff.
Yes, he does.
He always comes in with some weird cuckold stuff, or like
that's right.
I never knew this about it.
Yeah, like last time he came in, it was like. Maybe, I mean, I guess it's not technically cuckold. It's like the girl who was giving the blowjob and then realized like she'd made a mistake because she was engaged and her facial expression changed.
Oh, yeah, that was
Or how
exciting.
turned
like
on,
that one. Yeah.
How turned on you got when Mr. Carlson was molesting Dudley and made Arnold watch?
Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember when you said that, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
In his defense, that was kind of hot though.
It really was.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was sexy stuff.
Well,
So watch the cartoons, Dudley.
How good a job did they do with that facial surgery and face off? I mean, that doctor nailed it.
I mean, dead on. It's incredible.
A little scar.
Yeah, and it healed quickly. There was no rejection drugs.
That guy was good.
I can't believe they could do that. Yeah, the whole, but they did the whole body, right? If there was sex involved.
That's true.
Yes, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
She's like, this is definitely my husband's dick.
Yeah, I can tell from his face.
Right. But it was just something was a little off. They always say that.
Gina Gershon, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's still hot.
Yeah, she is.
Very hot.
What was the last thing she was? She was just in something not too long ago.
She was in Curb.
Uh-huh.
She was in Crashing.
Maybe that's where I
She
saw
was
her.
in Eastbound and Down.
Yeah. Yeah, still very hot.
She's 55.
Wow.
I thought she was.
But Mark and I like older women anyway.
Oh,
You
big
do?
fan
Oh,
of
yeah.
an old leathery bitch.
Oh, you do, huh?
Oh, really? You don't like them old?
Not even as friends.
Really?
No.
Wow.
You like young. I'm the opposite. I like older. I can't deal with young.
No, I mean, not, like.
Well, what do you like him, Jim? Like 10 years younger than you?
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah.
That'd be closer to accurate. Yeah, no, I want someone. 30 is fine. 30 is a good age. 28 to 30 is a great age. I've dated younger and I would.
20 is more the number.
I would date 20. I would date 22.
No, 20 years younger than you.
Oh, yeah. I would
20 to 30 years younger than you.
But 30 years old is a perfect age, 28, because they're fucking, they got some maturity, but they're still like not desperate for a baby.
Right.
Wow,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah, but like at 45, they've kind of like, that's it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just that.
Sure.
I'm not desperate.
Well
There's
said.
not happening.
Yes.
God bless her.
But
Okay, you're not interested in the
No,
stories.
with that dresser drawer womb. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So when you
like
guys
it.
say older, do you mean post-menopause?
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm
Fine.
down.
45, 50, 21, 80.
I don't. I like the variety, but you would fuck like a 55-year-old woman if she was hot.
I have, yeah.
Have you?
Many times. I lost my virginity to like a 50-year-old.
I'm 49. I can't believe I'm saying that. I mean, it's like that's in my wheelhouse now, which is humiliating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally a peer.
Yeah. 50 years old is age appropriate for me.
I'm down. If they're hot too, I'm in. I love it.
Well, it's a humbleness. They're old, they're a little crinkly, they're crackly, they're going to die soon, they can't have kids. They're
A hint of defeat is good.
Yes.
I think.
Right.
They're like guys in a way. Like they get, you don't want to touch me? I get it. It's fun. It's humble.
I mean,
Yeah.
she is very attractive.
Look at that
She's
big
incredible.
mouth bass.
Yeah.
Very wide.
The
Boosh.
glasses, that is a hot look there too.
But what, because they're over like the game at that point? They're not used to the...
Yeah, there's no bullshit. I feel like there's like young girls put you through bullshit.
Yes.
There's like all these tests you got to pass and these games you got to
Because
play.
they have so many options.
Exactly.
Right?
Sure.
They're like
and they don't know
guys,
what they
just
want.
wanna fuck. Right.
And they also have to convince themselves that you've earned fucking them so they don't feel like pigs. Someone who's 51 is like, yeah, I'd love some lasagna. Come eat my asshole. They don't
Right.
care. They don't need to
Right.
pretend.
Yes. And they want it. They're horny as us.
Yeah, they are. Because they understand mortality. Some of the guys that fucked are dead. They're probably
Yes.
divorced. Their kids are grown.
I like that. They understand mortality. It's like, I got to fuck before I die.
Yeah, they really do.
I got to fuck some more.
I got 30 years left.
Yeah, they do understand that sooner or later this is going to run out.
I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. I got to do some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they appreciate it. And they're like, you're so young and you're fucking me. I can't believe it.
They really do.
You think so, Troy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, older women are good for that.
You fucking older woman?
I mean, I have.
How old?
Oh, man. There was when I was going crazy on Tinder, I was just trying to do crazy shit. And there was some lady who had pictures of like her kids and her grandkids on Tinder.
Grandkids?
Yeah.
You fucked your grandma?
Yeah.
Cool.
She was probably 60.
Woo!
Nice. Hell yeah.
But
We have a winner.
It was in L.A. and she was pretty sexy for a 60-year-old. But there was a time where you're looking at her like, oh my god, this is like she's like my mother.
Wow.
That was weird.
Did she have a chair in the shower? That's when you know it's old school.
And then she give you a Werther's original after you fucked her?
Some hard candy.
Yeah, if you ate her pussy, she gave you a lemon drop to get the taste out of your mouth.
And then I hooked up with an older lady once who lost her menopause patch in my bed.
What?
God.
What's a menopause patch?
Something to help regulate her hormones because she's going through menopause.
She's trying to quit.
I was pretty disgusted by that.
Why?
Oh, weird.
I don't know. It's just something about it.
It just said, "Yep, she is this old."
Yeah, it's reality coming and crashing down.
By the way, toughest Cub Scout patch to get.
Menopause.
Yeah.
It's just not sexy though.
You got to work at that one.
Yeah, no, the menopause patch itself is not that sexy.
No.
But it does remind you of what I just did. Like that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
In the specific perspective.
Oh yeah. And then I made this old lady squirt and she just lost her mind.
Wow.
How old?
She's like, I've never done that.
What's
ever.
the oldest
She wet the
squirter?
bed.
Well, she was like the girl from the woman from L.A. She was probably like.
She's 60-year-old squirt?
Probably 58.
You think she had lost control of her faculties?
Of course she did. Of course she did. That wasn't. What do you think? That was sexual squirting?
I like these at faculties too, Dr. Roberts.
Yeah. Didn't she?
Squirter. I was with a squirter once and she was chugging. Have you ever had this? They're chugging water before. She's like, I have to hydrate.
No.
That's piss. What do you do?
I like a squirter.
If you have to chug water before you squirt, that's piss.
It's like the Olympics.
Yeah. Because what happens when you drink a bunch of water? Do you squirt it out or do you piss?
Well, I piss, but I don't have a vagina.
Oh.
Yeah, but any liquid leaving you're losing fluid. You gotta drink water.
Hydrate.
Same with sweat.
Yeah.
It's not piss coming out of your forehead.
That's true.
I mean, it's on Jim's forehead.
Why would I waste it?
Was it clean squirt water?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Or was it like Flint, Michigan?
No, I know.
Families were dying.
I know how to do it. So
excuse me.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
What's that?
He knows
Well,
how to
you
get a
can-
girl to squirt.
Yeah,
Me too. Out of her eyes.
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with the Hershey. So wait, what's the trick? Teach us. Oh, squirter one.
It's
Can you do it on Nico?
He doesn't. I mean, on his man pussy. It's a.
What a great way to refer to your asshole. Get back there and lick my man pussy toots.
Is it like you got to go 2 fingers up and then pull in?
It's. There's a lot. There's like a lot involved. It's in and up, and then you have to sort of just monitor what she's doing and how she's reacting to it. If she tenses up.
You can't be a selfish lover.
It's just like Nintendo cheat codes for adults.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A, B, B, up, left.
Oh, shit, it's 3 Bs. You got to go back to the beginning.
You got to be like Duvall and the Great Santini. Come on, you going to squirt? You going to squirt? Come on, sports fans.
I don't know. I can't monitor a woman's feelings. It's too much work.
I've had 2 squirters in my life. One, when I was like 20 or 21, I would only eat her pussy, and she would squirt on my chin. I've never made a girl squirt from fucking her, only from going down on her. And it was 2 different women or 3 different women in my life, and that's it.
Wow.
It's very rare.
I've had that once with the eat out.
It's hot because you're going, you're licking her pussy, and you hear like,
yes,
and it's on. It coats your chin, and there would be a spot like the size of a manhole cover on the bed. It was amazing what this girl could do.
Yeah,
loved it.
Exciting.
It's not the first girl you've been with that's been able to leave fluid on your chin.
No, there's been a lot of them, but this actually was the first.
Or
there's been many after.
First manhole.
Oh, come on now.
All right.
You're not wrong. But I missed that, man. I thought that I took for granted I was a young guy. I'm like, that's probably pretty common.
You got to learn how to do it like Troy.
I don't, Patrice could do it too with his big, dumb, long. He had fucking 8-inch fingers. I have small hands.
True. Hall fingers.
I don't know.
It's
Troy, I like
really-
your encouragement.
It's really not. It's not hard.
Do they like it, or is it just a show, really?
Girls, they freak out.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Yeah, just because a lot of times they don't even know they can do it.
Right. So you with your fingers can make him squirt.
Yeah.
Do you talk to him?
A little bit, yeah, of course.
Make a wee-wee. Make a wee-wee.
Yeah.
Say something really unsexy.
Tinkle for daddy.
Yeah, tinkle on daddy's wrist.
In the Rolling Stones documentary, they said that the seats were all wet, like during those first couple of years of concerts, because it was so pent up. London, you were all the repressed women. They said the seats would be wet during the concerts.
Yeah, it's probably
what a great job that is to clean up those chairs.
I know.
It was just bottom sweat,
just sweat, just sweat,
just ass sweat,
and their tears. The girls crying. I watched Stones footage from it was them doing Under My Thumb. It was a really chilling version of it. It was great. From like Top of the Pops, one of those shows in 1965. And you're watching these girls, like Mick is like 20, and these girls are screaming and crying, and it was crazy to see that. It's like a Bieber reaction, but you know that all of those women, 1965, it's 50 years ago. I mean, they're 65.
You know what's funny too?
Right.
That song is like so. It's like such an upbeat song, Under My Thumb, but he's like, it's about fucking just like owning this girl in the relationship, right?
Yeah, well, it's about her turning the tables on some girl. Yeah,
it's but they're like dancing to it. That's how good they were.
Right.
That's like rap from like the 60s.
Yeah, totally.
No, it might be Top of the Pie. Sorry, it's 1965, I think.
Also,
that might be right there. Yeah,
brown skin girl, all that shit. Brown sugar, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Brown skin girls, Van Morrison.
How can we taste so good?
Right.
Yeah, just the girls.
Who's Brown Eyed Girl?
Thank you.
That's Van Morrison.
It was originally brown skin.
Was it?
They changed it for the radio.
It is weird to watch the women just when they show close-ups of the girls screaming. Like, I wonder how many of those women are dead.
Is that now the
Mick
way?
is still fucking girls that age. That's the beauty of Mick Jagger.
Yeah, he is.
He never got tired of. He just had a kid.
This is what it's like for your shows, though.
How annoying is he? Yeah, but they're crying for other reasons. Like this, when they realize how much they've spent on their ticket. I just did my closing bit. But yeah, he just had a baby with some girl. You know how much his fucking family must hate the fact that he's still dumping out kids?
I know.
Oh my God.
That's another fucking person to split the Jagger fortune with.
Yeah.
But he'll never run out of money.
No, I mean, the Stones have enough, but...
It'll be tough once it starts getting split up amongst the kids. It's not going to go generationally down that far.
5 or 6, maybe more.
Oh, they're fine.
He's less than like the average NFL player.
I know. How many does he have? Wait, Georgia May is fucking gorgeous. His daughters are cute. Can we see how many kids these guys got? Quite a few.
8.
Oh, it is 8?
Yeah.
8. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's probably 70 million each, though. I mean, he's probably...
I'm not crying over that.
8th. Yeah, but I mean, when you got 90 million coming and you lose 20 million because Pops couldn't fucking pull out.
Ah, shit.
God damn, will you stop coming?
Who's the wife banging that old wrinkled turd?
Who's the wife? Any woman who he would fuck. She's from Lincoln Center. She's cute. She's a dancer, I think, from Lincoln Center.
How old is she?
28.
That's
30.
How do you have when you're in your 70s and you've lived that life? How do you possibly have a conversation with someone that age?
You can. It's like what do you talk about someone that's 6? Like, I know what you mean, but it's like whatever you want to talk about, you just talk about it.
Yeah.
I've talked to 25-year-olds that were fascinating and 50-year-olds that were duds.
Yeah, that's true. They're all boring people.
Sure. That's a fair point.
I've been out with women in their 40s that sucked.
Mm-hmm. The Rock just had a baby.
I know. I congratulated my friend.
I know. I saw that. It was so fucking lame.
Why?
You went on Twitter and you're like, "Congrats!" Like
because I heard about it and I was. What,
did he tweet you back?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you write? Oh, I heard you had a pebble.
I didn't think of that.
Sorry,
Sam, you shouldn't have done that.
Let me have that one.
I don't know.
No, but what's wrong with me and the 2 friends tweeting each other?
You and DJ?
Yeah. You go to Twitter, a couple of friends. Because congratulations was how I felt when I heard it. I don't have any kids. I don't have a frame of reference. I didn't have anything deep to say. I was just happy for him. He seemed happy. He put out a nice Instagram.
It's his 3rd daughter.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow. I always wonder, because Jim Morrison was impotent.
I've heard that. It's probably the drugs.
Yeah. But I always wonder, you hear about these stallion men, these sex gods, and then what's the real deal? What are they really hiding? It's overcompensation.
Well, not the Rock, because I'm guessing he's doing, he's so big. I don't know if he's on TRT or anything, but I would hope he is. And, if he's not, he should be, because, if you lifted that many weights, why not?
Right.
Take something.
He's impregnated 2 women, I believe.
Oh, that's not bad. But then you hear about David Spade, and I bet he's amazing in the bedroom. Everybody said Spade has the hottest girls of all time.
Yeah.
Because he's funny. He's not a bad-looking guy, and he's funny.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, he showed up to Schumer's wedding, and he walked in. He's about 4'8", and he's got a blonde mullet and weird, cheesy facial hair, and every girl was like, "There's David Spade." And he like walked in, worked the room, and left.
Well, he's probably also from there growing up too. They watched all of his Tommy Boy and all these funny movies. So they're like, it's almost like Bob Saget. Bob Saget will swim in pussy for the next 22 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Because women growing up watching that show, and by the time they're 12 when they're watching him, then he meets them when they're 25. They're like, oh my God, I have to eat his load.
Yeah.
Or however they phrase it.
I think they would phrase it that way. That's a.
I watch some of those Full House things, man. They're so fucking bad and funny. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like I was just Mackie and I were just watching like as a gag, just like some of the like her friend gets in a car crash and he has to have like a conversation with
I didn't see that. Let's find it.
I think
you and Joe Mackey just watch Full House and you're like, oh, we're just doing this as a gag, right?
Saved by the Bell, all
it's a
this shit,
gag.
man.
It's just a fun thing we
Sam
do.
goes, this is ironic, right? And Joe goes, yes, it is.
Wait, was that a list of David Spade chicks?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a list.
It's like a real
insane.
who's who of pretty girls. I couldn't think.
That's good.
Joe Paterno.
Look at these gals. Oh, my God.
Maybe they're just girls he's been in movies with.
No.
Who's that girl on the top? She looks like Ozzy. no, the other one. Keep going high.
Jesus. Well, that's a
Naya
bad
Rivera.
shot. Bad
She's
photo.
she's in Glee. She was in Glee. She's like ridiculous hot.
Yeah.
I like his Hannibal Lecter hat too. Good for David.
He looks like Carmen Sandiego. Unbelievable.
Do you remember that computer game? Where in the world was Carmen Sandiego? My mother bought that thinking it'd be good for the family. She had no idea what I was doing under Gateway. It took me 15 minutes to download a golden shower video back in those old DOS prompt days.
Yeah.
See the C prompt?
I remember that.
Yeah.
You went straight for the golden shower videos?
I never forget downloading a girl pissing and not knowing where it wound up.
Wow.
Well, you didn't get the preview with a thumbnail back then. You just had to fucking go by the description. Kazaa.
Dude, I didn't understand anything. This is before Kazaa.
Yeah.
Back Kazaa was on fucking, I had my laptop. This was before that. I don't even remember where I got it.
Yeah, I remember printing out naked pictures, and it would just ring. Each line would take a half hour.
Yeah.
Then I would just keep them in my pocket.
Dude, I used to use my dad's printer to print out porn and sell it in school when I was in like 6th grade.
Wow.
And I remember this teacher busted me, and he was like this old gay man who just was like a great guy. And he was like, I'll just tell the boys you were selling lingerie photos.
Oh.
Such a sweet man.
That's nice. Man, that's such an old tale.
Yeah.
That's like churning butter or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Selling porn pics.
Yeah, who would buy them?
Some kids with a few extra dollars on them.
I guess so, right?
Yeah, that generation, that would be a popular sale.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Oh, okay, so you're still really young. I'm surprised that even that long ago.
I know.
This is a big business in my school. People would, because this was when high-speed internet was just kind of starting, and like a kid would find another kid, like a nerdy kid who had high-speed internet in his house, and he would kind of bully him to let him go over his house and download music, and you would pay him like $10 for a mix CD. And then he would go over to this other kid's house with the fast internet and download your mix CD and give it to you the next day. But that's all, I mean, it cost him nothing, just a blank CD. And that was like a big business for them back then.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
People are such dickheads on Twitter.
No.
Yeah.
You think?
That's not on my Twitter.
Like, I did a joke about Stormy Daniels, about going, Trump put her back to work or whatever. It's just a stupid joke.
It was stupid.
But, she responded to it.
Oh, wow.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was fun.
She was okay. Yeah, she was fine. It was just a dumb, just a joke. 'Cause I read something that she was going back to porn, so I just did a joke about it. And then some guy, I said Trump is getting people back to work or something.
Here was the joke. It said, I hear Stormy Daniels is doing porn again. Say what you want about Donald Trump, but he gets people back to work.
It's a stupid joke. It's a good joke. That was a
Twitter joke.
It was just a Twitter joke.
I like it.
It was a story I heard.
It's a monologue joke right there.
Yeah,
That's solid.
not a major fucking... it was just a story I read.
Dumb people, right? Fuck these people.
And she wrote back...
And you can go on Jim's feed and see what she wrote back. You don't have to look there.
Nothing terrible. She wrote back, I never left it. I roll. And I wrote something to her. And it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Except I never left I roll. Well, and then I just responded to her. But so some guy writes...
Why'd she write I roll? There's emojis.
Oh, you ass.
But there's emojis with the eyes rolling in it. You don't have to write the words I roll.
But it's amazing how many people, like one guy wrote, Trump gets people back to work, please. The only thing he's been getting back is his pocket has been money in his family business. Wake the F up. And it's like, why don't you just hang yourself?
I know.
People who analyze jokes deserve the death penalty.
Like, what a douche.
They really do.
How much time
just
do you
fucking
have?
laugh or don't laugh. Why? I even see it with Schumer's movie coming out. They're like, what this really says about female beauty. And you're like, just see the fucking movie or don't.
Yes.
We don't need any more think pieces on comedy.
Right. Please stop. Kill yourself. It's all narcissism. This is how I feel.
But then
Shut
in fact,
up.
people, if they take it seriously, go, Trump's been lining his pocket. Shut up.
She's right.
The fuck up.
Don't get mad because somebody threw the truth at you, Jim.
I know Letterman sent me.
It's about time. It's about time somebody told you what it is. Your words, they count, man. They're harmful.
Yeah, that is true. Words
harmful.
Words do count.
Yeah.
They are the precursor to action.
That's right. That's what I've been trying to say.
I like the people that are like, why don't you dig a grave, you unfunny fuck? And you're like, Jesus. And they're like, what? I was kidding.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It's hard to decipher through Twitter from a stranger.
Right.
But then when you say I was just kidding, they're like, well, it wasn't a good joke.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you knew I was kidding. Doesn't matter if it was a good joke.
That's so insensitive. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
You don't see the irony?
Yeah, they really, they get very upset.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But they're going to see this. They're going to push people away. Like, Schumer's movie comes out and they're like, this is actually offensive to women. And it's like, well, you're just going to piss her off again or piss all of us off to where we just stop doing stuff.
Didn't she have a good opening weekend?
Yeah, dude.
I
She
think
was
it was
number one
pretty good.
comedy.
Yeah, she did pretty well. I mean, they thought it was not going to do well, and she's like 13 million the first day.
Joe List said it was good. I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it this
week, yeah.
Also, I heard the Krasinski movie was amazing.
What's that?
I want to see that, yeah.
Oh, everybody says it's so good.
That was
The
raving.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Yeah, $16 million the first weekend.
Oh,
That's
great.
not bad.
Look at Dave in shorts.
Oh, my God.
That's hilarious.
Dave is like a mafia don. You don't expect to see him in shorts.
Right. I saw him in the daylight once. It was terrifying. By the way, I just did Moon Tower. They had a ping pong contest. Judah Freelander is so good at ping pong. It's like an Asian.
It's a world champion.
It was like Forrest Gump.
Was he really?
Unbelievable. Like first of all, he walked out and it was like real ping. It was like a real ping pong thing, and all these people knew him. Like, hey, Judah! Like he knew all the pros. He's in the scene.
I'll kill him at ping pong.
No,
You have no idea, dude.
He's 10 feet behind the table. Just he had a bag of newspaper in one hand and a paddle in the other, just killing it.
No idea, dude.
No, he's apparently one of the best at that.
Unreal.
I'll slaughter him. You have no idea.
I would love to see you try.
Does he serve hard?
Crazy serve. He gets down real low. Oh, we got footage of it.
Well, he couldn't publicly play ping pong if he wasn't great at it because it would just destroy his whole gimmick.
That's true.
right?
Yeah, but if
That's
you
a
don't
great
look
point.
at him and realize he's an athlete, you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, my God. Look at him. This is hilarious.
I mean, look at that. He's like a hobo savant.
But I'm more impressed with the guy serving him. This is just one shot they keep showing over and over.
Yeah, this is
You
nothing.
think it's looped?
And this is back in his fatter days.
Yeah, Judah's not good at ping. He's average at ping pong. I'm better.
Really?
I'll slaughter him. He's eating pizza playing ping pong. That is funny.
Killing it. And he was so nervous because he's like, I got to shine here. Everybody knows I'm good.
That's fucking great. Moon Tower sounded so good.
So fun. So fun.
I was at this club, Comedy Off Broadway, Lexington, Kentucky. Great club.
Is it?
Awesome club, dude. Kentucky. I went to Keeneland, the racetrack. It's like a thing there. It's like everyone. It's packed. Like the whole city. Like everyone's dressed up for this thing.
Oh, yeah. The
It's like
big
a real.
hats.
I won some money. It was fucking fun.
Horse races? Or
Yeah, dude.
Trifecta?
It's packed. Everyone looked like Django villains. They're so fucking dressed up. You know, it was great.
How much you win?
I only won like $80, but it was like
That's
you know,
fun.
I was hanging out. Had a drink. It's nice. They have like martini carts and shit.
Horse racing seems so fucking tense. It's so easy to lose.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano used to get so pissed when he lost at horse racing.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a good arc.
Furious.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Wait, Isabella Rossellini? Was that her?
Ooh,
I
she's
think
another
That's the
hottie.
name of the horse, right? That was the name of the episode.
Pio Mai.
Pio Mai.
With the horse, yeah.
Dude, they play that Dean Martin song at the end, My Rifle, My Pony and Me. Great song.
Yeah.
Remember.
Did you have a fun horse name?
I did. I think it was like Loverboy or something.
All right, there
They
we
have
go.
good names. One of them's called Screenwriter, which I kind of liked.
Here comes the squirter.
My favorite was, the favorite one
21
was
odds.
Hoof-Hearted.
Oh, fun.
Hoof-Hearted.
Fun. Something my mom would come up to. You got to watch this one.
Yeah, that was my favorite horse name.
Hoof-hearted.
Hoof-Hearted.
The jockeys they're adorable.
Yeah.
They're just like tiny, they're 120 pounds.
They don't like that description, I don't think.
No. But the women are going crazy. I'm like walking by women like taking selfies with the horses and shit. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Women love horses.
Yeah, I went to. I did.
I've seen video.
I went to the. I went to the Tonight Show. For the Tonight Show, I did a piece of the Kentucky Derby years ago where they sent me.
Weird.
It was weird, like just a live field piece. And it was
You had to wear that ridiculous suit, right?
I did. Yeah, I wore a dress. I interviewed Fred Thompson while I was wearing a dress.
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
We got footage of that.
Fred Thompson.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard that he used to like take a limo to a pickup truck to go to his rallies.
Oh, would he really?
To like show how what a common man he was.
Sure.
He's on brand.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I respect that.
Law and Order, man.
Yeah.
How many politicians were regulars on Law and Order?
Oh, that's right, he was.
Yeah, he was.
I could never get on Law and Order.
Really?
Never got it. I've auditioned. I didn't get it.
How many times did you audition?
Few.
Many times. And they didn't choose you?
No, they didn't.
Oh, a lot of people have done Law and Order.
Everyone.
Not
Just done
you,
Law
not
and Order.
everyone.
No, I haven't.
Quinn never did it, right? He was always mad.
Quinn had that whole bit about never doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? So
Yeah.
they probably asked him. He didn't want to do it.
No, he said he couldn't get on it.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
You couldn't?
No.
Oh.
Weird.
It's not that weird.
No.
Have you tried?
Never even auditioned.
Right.
Sam?
No.
They just asked me straight up, and I said no.
Turned it down?
Yeah.
Got a call back recently.
Did you?
Stupid actor talk. Got a call back.
Yeah. I've auditioned for 8,000 things. I've never got one. Not one.
Oh, same. Yeah, I never get anything.
Yeah. I didn't even care anymore. Remember that time you took your shirt off?
Yes.
That was fun.
I thought I would just like do stupid shit to at least make it funny for me.
What was this for?
I was for Amy's movie. I just took my shirt off in the audition because it was supposed to be like an idiot.
Wait, what were you
And you got it.
I didn't get it.
It's all soft in the
They gave
wound.
it to Bert Kreischer.
Wait, Amy didn't put you in? She made you audition?
It was like, this was like years ago.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That seems strange.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's funny to take the shirt off.
Were you in Trainwreck?
Yeah, I got cut out.
Me too.
Ooh.
You
I
got
had a
cut
good,
out?
Yeah, I had a good scene too.
Oh, I had a bad
I
scene.
saw the scene. I was like, oh, it must have sucked. But then I saw it and I was like, no, it was actually good. It wasn't bad. They told me why they did it, but I was like, fuck.
Cut for time?
They said it was too long a scene, and the guy, Bill Hader and Bill stole a horse and carriage.
Wow.
And they thought
Oh, you were the driver.
I was a horse driver, and they said it just didn't fit that he would do that. That would make sense.
Damn, that would have been a great scene.
You know, it's funny, Kurt was writing that movie, before they even shot it, when he was telling me about it, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get them to do something else. It doesn't like, he was even saying before they shot it, it didn't make sense to him that they were doing that.
Damn.
Yeah. It sucks to get cut out of an Apatow because they were so long anyway.
I got cut out of Crashing this season.
Oh,
what?
Did you?
Yeah. I did a roast with Mateo Lane. I had good lines too. It sucked to like not get in. But
And you work on that. You write those jokes.
Yeah,
Did you know you got cut out, or did you watch the episode?
No. They said, I didn't watch it. They just sent me an email. They're like, we're sorry, whatever. But it was fun. I was roasting Mateo Lane. Gay comic friend.
Yeah.
I said, you're from Brooklyn, but you spend all your time in Queens. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
He had a couple good lines on me too. He had some. It was fun, man.
What did he say?
Fuck, I'm trying. Oh, he said, you're tall. He said Sam loves basketball, and you know that because he's tall, something, and he doesn't know who his father is.
That's fun.
Did they leave you in there?
No, they just fucking cut the whole scene.
Oh, they cut the scene. Okay.
Yeah.
I got cut out of the Shandling doc.
Did you?
No. I killed him.
How good was that dog?
I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch
It's killer.
it. It's
I will.
incredible.
I like Gary Shandling. I remember the first time I saw him was when Joan Rivers was guest hosting the Tonight Show, and he did his thing, and I remember they cut him off in the middle of his final joke. It's a small world, and he came back and finished it on panel. It was really weird. I think that the music cue was off. He was so fucking funny.
Oh, so funny.
Larry Sanders is like top 5 shows ever, I think.
I never really watched it, but everyone says
Oh, dude, it's
killer.
the best. So good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It holds up hard, too. It's so
It
good.
really does, yeah. And you just watch episode after episode after episode.
Every character, dude. Rip Torn, Jeffrey Tambor, they're all, it's as good a sitcom as ever was made.
It's on the HBO app now, but like it wasn't at first. And so I bought like all the DVDs. And it was like,
do you still have them?
Yeah.
What dope.
Well, I have,
Throw 'em out.
what's his name signed it? Not
Gary. Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey Tambor signed it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is he in trouble now? What happened with him?
He's not, I mean, he's not doing the show
Transparent. They say he
anymore.
harassed women. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the show now, though, without, he's the whole show, I
It
thought.
sounded to me, when I heard what they said he did, unless there was more, but it sounded like the way a guy, and unless his assistant said he was like hitting on her or whatever, but he dry humped one of them, the girls. But I don't know if he was doing it to be serious or they should waiting for a take. He was obnoxiously doing it to be funny.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is that like he was running around everywhere, being like an advocate for everything and being outspoken and saying take this seriously and and it's like you can't have room for an ounce of hypocrisy before they get you.
Yeah, we got into it while he was here. It was an unpleasant interview. It's unfortunate too because I liked him. He was such a big ball buster.
He didn't do the show anymore.
Wouldn't do it anymore.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I just recently watched your Nancy Grace YouTube.
She might not come back either.
That was that was tense.
Yeah.
Edge of my seat.
Yeah, she had ugly little hands.
We kind of couldn't believe that she was doing the show. Roland was like,
I've asked her so many times.
You guys went Nancy Grace? We were like,
yeah.
Yes. She's not coming in here. Like, to the moment, we wouldn't even announce that she was coming on because we were convinced.
She had blocked me on Twitter already.
And she came on the show?
Yeah, but I think she did it to confront me, too. She goes, oh, so he talks. Like, she thought she was going to be this pissing. I'm like, good, because I don't like her. I didn't like her.
It didn't work out well for her.
No, not at all. So what do you think? I'm afraid to...
What is that one where she's dancing?
Dancing with the Stars.
She was on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, it was called Dancing with the Pigs.
Yeah, she does have a Paula Deen thing.
Yeah, she really does. She's an unpleasant lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she belongs in your same category as Jesse Ventura. Jesse won't do the show.
Wow.
I know.
Because you fought with him.
Yeah. Guys, just who cares?
Yeah. Come on.
It's really interesting because probably the worst fight I ever saw you get into on the air with somebody was Jericho, and you and Jericho are pals.
We are, yeah.
What did you guys fight about?
There was, this was the first time he was on. I remember Patrice was on that day, too.
Yeah.
It was at the old XM studio. And Chris was in.
I think his book had just come out.
Yeah.
His first one, I think.
Yes, and I knew who he was, of course, but I wasn't that familiar with him. But he was saying something, and I forget how Christopher Reeve's name came up.
He was doing like a...
I really like where this is going.
He was doing a Christopher Reeves Foundation,
it was
hockey thing.
It was some ice skating thing. Wow.
Oh, here we go.
This is so old.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Jim was about to make a joke about Christopher Reeves, and then Jericho was like, don't do it, man, don't do it. And Jim almost looked at him like, what the fuck? Like, don't do it. And then he did it, specifically at that point. And then it became a thing.
Yeah, I did to make Anthony laugh.
Yeah. And then it became
There's Chris and there's me.
Jericho doesn't put up with shit, though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually a good friend of mine today.
You're right. He's a good dude, but he does not put up with shit.
No. Yeah, but I'm saying, but it wasn't done.
Let's get vicious. As Jimmy's getting ready to get raped by Jimmy.
This is when it was all clipped out. It was before, the whole thing.
Obi's sitting there. Look at how his fingers are together. Well. It's
wow, this is the old studio.
And it was before we aired, full stuff on YouTube.
These were just clips.
It was just a 3-minute version of what was a much longer
clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I miss that old studio.
That's the thing about Opie. He loved that drama. He wanted to just keep that going. Michael Madsen threatened to beat my ass.
I get that, though. Honestly,
it works.
We didn't always see eye to eye on things, but with certain, I agree with him on that. It is compelling when people are getting into it. You got to let that kind of go on.
Oh, sure.
Michael Madsen was in here, and he told me he told me I was a liar because I told him I had never hit a woman. I've never, and nobody picked up on it.
That's a Hollywood OG right there.
It was incredible. You know how people say when you do this, when you do that, it normalizes abuse to, he literally was that's a normal thing.
Wow.
And that's how we prepared for that part in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. He was I was no, I've never. No, never. And he was like, you're full of shit.
Damn.
I was like, okay.
I think I remember that.
Okay, whatever you say, Michael Madsen.
Travis has the clip, the Jericho clip.
Oh, okay,
great. Found where it is.
I actually played in a celebrity. Christopher Reeve used to have a celebrity game at the Garden. I played 4 years with it. It was great. But the one year I asked my dad,
Jimmy,
my dad can come.
Jimmy's itching.
Don't fuck around with Chris. He was a good dude.
Yeah,
man.
why would I?
I can see your wheels spinning.
Not
Jimmy's
itching. The third annual blink off.
That's terrible.
Oh, he did it.
That's great. Terrible.
Everybody's going.
You know what? Christopher Reeve in a wheelchair could still kick your ass.
Oh, big deal. Good for him.
So I thought you were supposed to be a comedian. That wasn't funny. But anyways, I have a story about it, you jackass.
Wow.
Don't interrupt my stuff. I can't even tell the story now. It's been built up so much.
He's really mad at me.
Well, dude, it was a friend of mine. You don't talk shit about someone's friend like that.
Yeah, well, that's true. But he was a very famous guy, and we poke fun at it. We do it. It's not that it's nice, but we do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy gets his ass kicked
O&A
right after these words.
Opie and Anthony, the host of the show, your bosses.
Yes.
are being respectful.
Awesome.
And you got to cross the line when I said don't say it.
Well, I wasn't being disrespectful.
Yes, you were. It's very disrespectful.
You didn't say
I'll
you
be
were
honest
friends
with you. I was this close to being disrespectful, but Jimmy jumped on it first.
But no, but you didn't say. First of all, you didn't say you were friends with him. You just said you played in the tournament.
I'm just kidding with you, man.
I was actually going to go with
Say what you
I
want.
could see your wheels spinning when he said that. I was going to go on that.
Ah, see, I threw you a softball.
See, I was going to go on that part.
I would love to see him put Jimmy in some type of finishing role.
But it is. You know
and Jimmy can bend at least.
I think that's where it gets friendly.
Yeah, Patrice was but it got heated for a while. It was not just that; it got heated. But
it went up and down. Because
there was some harboring resentment.
Yes,
I did feel bad about it because they were friends, and I didn't know that Chris's mom had been, I think, paralyzed by some abusive guy. Like he had a legitimate reason to be hurt by it, and I didn't know that at the time.
That would have been a great WWE storyline, though. Some guy paralyzes your mom. You're like, oh, dude.
But I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. Just had if somebody is friends with the guy, and
you got to do it. That conversation really hit a hurdle, but you got to do it. I feel like it's a Christopher Reeve. They put it out there.
In that moment when you don't know, you just fire it out. But anyway, he and I had that argument, and the next time I saw him, remember Lynn Koplitz had that show. It was a music show, Z-Rock.
Yeah.
And I did an episode of that, and Chris was there.
What?
He was on the episode.
Oh,
with
Jericho.
Me. Yeah, Jericho.
Okay.
And we had, no, not Reeve. No,
I was going to say,
no,
they could have been there.
And we kind of made up, I think we made up on the radio somewhere. It was weird, but then we kind of got to know each other. And he became actually a good friend of mine. Really,
he's a good guy.
Yeah,
but, it's a silver platter. It's like a Stephen Hawking thing. You got to do it.
It's one of those things where, like, Christopher Reeve was so famous, and the incident of Superman having this accident. Of course, you forget. Like in the moment, you don't care that it's a real human being with feelings. You're just doing a dumb joke.
Plus, you got challenged a little bit.
Yeah,
don't do it. I see your wheel spinning. Right. Don't do it. And you're like, now it's like
that's all it takes for a comic.
Of course.
Yeah, me and Anthony. I remember. I'll never forget me and Anthony sitting there, kind of looking. And I had to do it for Anthony. I couldn't not do it because he was like, oh, and I'm like,
Yeah. Man, remember back in the day, like I remember in college, I went to a Halloween party, and the costumes used to be so offensive. And this guy came up in a wheelchair with a Superman costume.
Seen that. I saw that in New York in the street. Yes.
Yes, and I was like, that guy's a cool guy. I remember thinking he was like the life of the party. I was like, great costume. But now that would be blogged and taking a photo
from your job.
Yeah,
for that
exactly.
Now.
That was
like,
it.
Look at this.
Well, because everything gets everything's on social media now.
Yes, but he was like getting high fives at this party. Those days are over.
Then he didn't commit to his costume.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
It's another guy on Twitter. Sorry, I know and like Jim's comedy, but if this was a serious tweet, then he's dead to me forever.
Oh my
I'll
God!
reserve future tweets when I find out where Jim is coming from.
This is serious, tell him.
And then I looked at his
Twitter,
profile.
like you owe them something on a free platform where you're just giving out jokes.
But then I look at his profile and he goes, "Animal lover, great sense of humor." Oh, guys, fucking relax. Everything is not a bigger statement about a larger subject.
Right.
I know.
Sometimes it's just a joke.
Yeah, like if you need a joke so you can jump off on your soapbox, then just admit, I'm going to use this to springboard into what I want to say.
Yeah.
But don't put it on me.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Right. Everyone on Twitter seems like agenda driven. Like they just want this to fit what they want to do. You're right. They want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Just enjoy the joke.
Or don't like it. I'm okay with that. But don't make it look like it's some serious, it's a call for anarchy. Shut your faces. Just being cute.
Yeah.
Just being a sweet boy.
Like John Sterling said, still about his calls. It's just a cute thing at a baseball game. It's not cute.
Did you hear the last John Sterling call?
Oh, my fucking God.
I mean...
Do you guys like John Sterling?
Who?
Yankee announcer?
He's the one who does all those famous home run calls.
Oh, yeah, I love that
where
guy.
He goes like,
hey, Yankees win.
I like that, but his home run calls are atrocious.
What are they? Let me hear.
They're the ones that, like, he's famous for A-bomb from A-Rod, a back-to-back, and a belly-to-belly. Like, he does, like, cute nicknames for every single player and play on words, to the point where clearly he's just getting himself over. Like, it has nothing to do with making sure that you experience the action on the field. It's just like, he makes it the John Sterling show.
Well, you got to pass the time in there.
He is the worst.
Yeah. Do we have that? It was. I'm sure it was sent yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was over the weekend.
It was. A Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah. Thing. Mm-hmm. Which previously he called it Stantonian.
Yep. He does say that.
As if that was a thing.
It's so awful.
That's not good.
So
is he doing all right now? He was struggling.
What do you
Stanton.
mean? Oh, I don't know. I only know when there's a bad home run call. I can't watch.
Yeah, we go based on the John Sterling calls, and that's it. Apparently, he's hitting home runs because we're listening to it.
Thank God.
Thank God is right.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank the Lord Almighty above. We're getting
we're getting a file, a clip.
Pulling up the clip.
Here we go.
Oh, this is old school. What are you in DOS?
Yeah, it's a lot of operator error.
Yeah.
Well, here is Giancarlo, who fly to center his first time. Pitch. Swung on and drilled to deep right field. That ball's high. It is far. It is gone.
Fine. Good.
Giancarlo. Non-Medicar. That ball sure traveled far. Giancarlo. A 2-run blast, a Stantonian home run, and the Yankees take a 4-2 lead.
It's like it's not about you, stupid. It's not about you.
And he's not Italian.
No, he's
Giancarlo Stanton. Stop doing stuff in Italian. He's not Italian.
But he said, I don't know why people get all riled up. It's just a cute thing at a baseball game. But it's not cute.
It isn't cute.
You're a man. It's not cute. You're not a fucking 8-year-old precocious redhead at a party.
Right.
It's embarrassing when you're driving in your car, right? And your wife is sitting next to you, and you're like, let me listen to the game. And this guy comes on and goes, he hit a home run. She's like, what are you listening to?
Right.
You're usually not like this, honey. He usually just says the stuff. He doesn't sing.
Baseball seems like that sport where you go kind of crazy in the box, too. Like if you're in there alone,
it's such a boring
it's like
game.
3.5 hours, some of these games.
Well, you have a person on with you. I mean, she's got a co-host, Susan Waldman.
Yeah, but he likes to ignore her a lot of times.
He does. She's on the pay no mind list.
Oh, yeah. When it comes time
John Stanton's been really slumping lately.
And over here on third base.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like, he has somebody in there with him, and he doesn't like that there's somebody in there with him.
Wow. Well, he's 79.
Is he? No, he's not.
I think he's old.
He's not 80 years old.
Give it a Google.
79.
Boom!
Oh my
79.
God. He looks pretty fucking good for 79.
He's 79. Yeah, did you see the Joe Pa movie?
I loved it.
Did you?
I think Pacino should
it's
be
great.
nominated for something for that. He was so good.
I heard it's a great movie.
Don't tell me how it ends.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
Do you like it?
I'm loving it so far, but I dozed off. I watched it last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, the acting's really, really good. It's
Fireberry.
it's heavy though.
He looks
it's heavy.
so
I mean,
much
it is weighty.
He really does.
It was so good. That's Pacino on the left, or is that?
Yeah, it's Pacino on the left.
Wow.
You know, it's fun. I watched half of Heat recently.
Me too. I just watched it.
Really?
I didn't like it when I first saw it, but this time around I actually did enjoy it.
It's great.
Marky Half movies?
Yeah, that's me. Marky Half.
There should have been a longer shootout scene though with those cops.
Which one?
Did it take a while?
40 minutes.
Bank robbery?
It's such an action movie. It's such a jerk off. You know, no one talks a lot. Everybody's so troubled and angry. It's great.
Well, Anthony, our own Anthony Shitloaf told
Anthony.
me something I didn't know. Because I always wondered, why is Pacino yelling in that? Give me what you got!
Right.
But then someone said that the character was supposed to do coke. And for some reason, I don't know, it didn't make it till the final script, or maybe they put it in and then they cut the scene. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But that made more sense.
Yeah. She's got a great ass.
Yeah. I was like, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
That director is pretty good, though, man. Michael Mann.
He's
Yeah.
great. But they made Pacino look a little weird.
That's how you know HBO's done a good job with the Paterno movie, that it just goes to Heat right away.
It totally does.
5 seconds of Paterno talk into Heat.
Paterno was
you know what was good?
Amazing.
Heat.
Yeah, that kid's got a
yeah, but queries are blah, blah, blah.
I think I like the Kevorkian movie better.
It was great. Yeah, it wasn't as funny, but it was good.
Yeah, I think
you don't know Jack. It's called.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is what
it was. Yes,
yeah, that's the title of the movie.
Oh
no,
I know, not the best title, but a good movie. And
Yeah,
he was
I
also
like that
good
better.
as Phil Spector.
I think you know what? I like the Phil Spector movie better than the Paterno movie.
Did he
as
really
well.
play Phil Spector?
Very
as well?
well.
So,
Holy shit!
He's doing all the
played
HBO movies.
HBO.
Those are
Look
all
at Pacino's Phil Spector.
Those are all HBO movies.
What's
Spector?
What's the story there with Spector?
He was accused, really with overwhelming
Shot
evidence.
one in the mouth.
Accused. Wow,
Yeah.
accused. I don't think he was found.
He's in jail.
Oh.
He's in prison, isn't he?
Oh, that's right. He claimed he was not guilty.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Apparently, he was a real piece of shit. I mean, he really, aside from that, he had a loaded gun always in recording sessions.
Yeah, wall of sound, my friend. He could do whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, murder?
Yes. Let me hear him, Pacino.
I love Pacino. Pacino in the Phil Spector wig is the greatest thing ever.
I know. It's actually more believable than his actual wig.
Wow. The stunt double is Jeffrey Gurian.
He looks like a poodle.
Can we see video, Troy, of him as Phil? He was so good.
I never seen Phil, the real one.
Oh, my God. That is Pacino.
Such that I sick. No talent kept me from my children. Turn that fucking thing off. If I hadn't found her, he locked me in my room. If I hadn't found her in the gutter.
It's still pretty Pacino.
It is.
It's still, but it's great. It's great, but it's still pretty Pacino.
But his mouth is different.
Yeah.
He's so good, man.
He's good. Have you seen Simone? All right.
His voice is a voice. He can't change his voice.
No, he can't.
But he's good enough to...
a real actor can change his voice.
No, a real actor just takes the embodiment of the character.
Ask all those people from The Wire.
They had to change their accent.
That's right.
He didn't, though. He sounds like Phil Spector.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's great. I'm not...
He's also great as fucking Roy Cohn. He plays so many different people.
What's Roy Cohn?
He was a gay lawyer with HIV in Angels in America.
Oh, right.
He's Trump's mentor.
What?
Yeah, Roy Cohn. He was Trump was very, very looked up to Roy Cohn a lot. He was a ruthless guy.
Interesting. Gay?
Mm-hmm. Gay and died of HIV. I remember he threatened his doctor in the movie. I'll sue you if you say, because the guy gave him. I think the guy said you have HIV from anal sex or some shit like that. And he said,
Nice.
I'll sue you.
Damn.
It's not a great story, but I mean, he's just a ruthless guy. He worked with McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a really, really ruthless guy.
Oh, I have never heard of him. His former mentor and fixer to handle Russia probe.
Now he's got that Michael Cohen.
Wait, 18? Is he dead or alive? Oh, he's dead, Roy Cohn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 80s.
1927.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that in present.
Yeah, he died in 86.
Okay.
Bronx guy.
There's four of us just staring.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're all looking at pictures of him, and you say Bronx guy, we're all stumped.
I think none of us knew who Roy Cohn was.
That's a hilarious. People also search for Joseph McCarthy and then Jeffrey Wright. Talk about diversity.
Yeah, why Jeffrey Wright?
It's probably in Angels in America.
He he was in that movie. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's very good.
Why David Shine? Fred Trump?
He's in the West World.
Who are the Angels? Does that mean like they help people? I've never seen it.
It's kind of like they go through this.
It's like Angels in the Outfield, but
that movie was fucking awesome.
Yes. Yeah. You will catch it if he comes.
Well done.
Glad we got somewhere.
It was. I think the Angels represented like.
Except that was Field of Dreams.
No, I know, but it's still baseball. But it was.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, no, I know. It was.
You're like the Twitterer.
Nice reference, Jim.
Yeah, right. Sport. I know.
Eye roll.
He
asterisk. Eye roll. Asterisk.
Oh, we got Jim on a yawn.
What were you asking me?
I don't know. You're talking about who are the Angels?
The Angels, I think, represented these delusions that they were having from being sick or from being on the medicine.
Oh.
Is that correct? If someone could, the Angel... No, not the Angels, the Australian rock band.
You just look up Angels. Troy's just like, let me Google this. I'm going to find out.
Angels in America, Troy.
Well, it's not going to be the top thing, but I can scroll down and see if I
can
see
No.
something.
If you look up, they called the movie Angels in America. Angels in America. He's saying, who are the Angels in Angels in America is what he was asking. Angels in America is about it's a play by Tony Curtis. Oh, okay. Revolves around 6 New Yorkers whose lives intersect. It's all about HIV.
All right.
I wonder why you were so drawn to it.
I hadn't seen it when it was first on.
Oh.
Well, I care about people with HIV.
Yeah, you do.
You bet I do. I work with one.
Oh, Travis.
Sorry, buddy.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
You're a New Yorker. Did you see the Guardian?
Oh, God, this is a Fallon setup.
Thank you, Byron Allen.
So I hear you were scuba diving and you're HIV positive. Yes. 2 great bets in a row.
See what?
What's it like having AIDS? No, did you see any Guardian Angels? Remember those guys?
Yes, I would see them.
You saw them?
Still do.
Curtis.
I see them on the train.
No.
100% I still see them.
Curtis Sliwa in the
Yeah,
gang?
you still see them walking around once in a while.
They still work?
Yeah, you'll see them.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I see him every now and then.
That blew my mind when I was
Who's
a
the
kid.
famous one in the 80s?
Curtis Sliwa.
Curtis, he's on the radio.
I should say famous.
I've never heard of him.
Literally just said his name. You're like, who's the famous one? Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
That is so cool.
Well, for a minute there, yeah, in the early '80s, they were a real thing. They're not really taken terribly seriously now, but they're also. I mean, the gang problem in New York City is not what it was then.
Remember to wear your fleece.
Now
in New York City?
Yeah, Crips and the Bloods are definitely there are problems in Times Square. MS-13's on Long Island, and they might be in the city too. The Latin Kings, yeah, there's real gangs in New York. I just don't hear about them as much. I think because they probably don't do drive-bys in New York.
Yeah,
like because of the way driving is done here.
Chicago has gang problems. I don't know if New York City does.
Not like that, but they certainly do.
New York, you see that one block there where all the Hells Angels are. Remember on like
on
3rd
Street?
Street?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like a Pinkberry now.
You see all it's still there, right? Their clubhouse. There's all these fucking motorcycle. And I tell you, if you want to live somewhere, what a delightful block. Zero shit going on that block.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's cameras outside where their headquarters is. And no one fucks around on that block.
No.
Yeah.
But
no one.
Seems so dorky now, Hell's Angels.
Thank you, Mark Norman, for saying that. Jim Norton does not agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not going to. The whole show doesn't actually agree with that.
I think they seem kind of cool.
The whole we're a bunch of guys who wear jackets and we're tough. I got my motorcycle. What are we, 10?
Are you going to be at the cellar tonight?
I'm not even being silly. I would not fuck with those guys.
All right.
I live
seriously.
I live a block away from there, from the Hells Angels place in the East
And
Village.
you agree with Mark?
Absolutely not.
I will publicly. This is the advantage of using your real name on Twitter and on radio. I will publicly disagree with you. I don't ever fuck with Hell's Angels.
Me too.
I'm going all in.
No, don't be stupid.
I love that we started with one time Sherrod Small beat me up, but let me tell you what I really think of the Hells Angels.
Sherrod, you got my back.
Dude, they're not a pretend. They're a real organization. They've really done frightening shit.
Oh, dude,
I wouldn't fuck.
Have
with
you
those
never
guys.
seen Gangland?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, dude.
Nope, missed that one.
Yeah, you should really read up on them.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying they're not tough. I'm just saying it seems like
You said
silly.
they were dorky.
It seems dorky. Let's get a bunch of jackets with skulls on them.
Boy, you're going right back in, aren't you? Your Asperger's is going to get your neck broken.
Obviously, they could kick my ass and beat me up, but I'm just saying it's.
I'm not fucking with those guys.
Also, they're organized too. They have they got to get a lease. I don't know. It seems a little silly.
You walk by here and their bikes are lined all the way up.
That block is very, very sad. I had heard about that before, and I've gone down it, and man, it's just a quiet. No one fucks around on that block.
And they're nice guys too. You walk by, they'll say hi.
I love Chuck Vito. I do. He comes on. He's been on here, but he comes on UFC Unfiltered. He's a huge fight fan, and he's a nice guy. But you just know if you're on the business end of being slapped by that hand, it's a problem.
Yeah. He's from Westchester.
Is he?
Oh,
that's where he was raised.
Westchester, New Rochelle.
I'd like to go in there. That building.
That's right,
some fun stuff in there.
I've never been. They do a big charity for kids every year, like a giant toy drive. I don't know how you get in there. I don't see you getting in there after this.
Yeah.
Unless it's to issue an apology with your teeth missing.
I'm not against them. I think they're,
You said they were dorky.
Well, it just seems silly. Like, what are we doing? We got to get patches and leather vests.
That's all gangs do that though. Like they all.
I love that anytime you bring up like how Mark started his point,
we keep trying to bail him out.
Back into
I keep trying to give him a reason to step out gracefully. Which I love Mark Norman.
That guy's parked in a red zone.
Yeah, no, this is like you walk down this street, and that's what it looks like. And sometimes they're all out on the street.
You think it's a little silly, Mark?
Yeah, shut up.
But they're big in Montreal too. Like I've seen those guys. They have like chapters everywhere.
So scary. French province, Quebecois. All right, I'm joking. Hells Angels, big fan. Hey Jay, let's do some crank.
Now you're making light of them.
Oh, God.
All right, well, I'm going to miss Mark Norman.
Yeah, he's
had a good run, man.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, you want to plug where you're going to be? We should go to break.
We sure should.
We should do a gig there, but they'd be good laughers. They don't get offended.
You know what? I'll tell you something. I was doing fucking San Francisco. I was doing the
gay chapter. Sorry, Hell's Angels.
I was doing the punchline.
Hell's Angels in America.
Not the punchline. I was doing the fucking Cobbs.
Yeah.
And I was doing a bit on the Please Be Offended. The Mouthful of Shame tour.
Yeah.
I was doing that whole bit about fucking shoving a trans girl's dick in my mouth. It's a bit that I did in the special, but leading up to that, and I'm in my act. About 15 minutes into the act is where that bit would come. 7 Hell's Angels walk in with their girlfriends. So there was like a party of 12 or 14 people came in. They all had their jackets on, and the room went silent.
Yeah.
Just because it's a sight to see these guys coming in. And I had this bit to do, and I'm like, I got to do the bit. I'm not going to change it just because these bikers are here. And they sat down. They were fucking phenomenal for the whole show.
Yes.
They laughed. There was nothing. I guess the head of the guy who ran that chapter was a fan. So they came out. But they're great audience members.
Did you talk to them after the show?
Oh yeah. So we took a picture. They were, we talked for a few minutes. They were awesome. But you see those guys come in, you're like, oh fuck, this is the bit I'm doing.
Right.
And they're just comedy fans. They just wanted to come and watch the show. They didn't want me to change what I was doing.
What if you were just mocking them?
They probably would have had a sense of humor about it too, unless you're being
Mark, of course,
take a joke.
No, but if they're there, like if they're in the room and you're joking with them, they're probably fine with it.
What if they're not in the room?
I wouldn't have done it.
I didn't know they were coming to comedy shows. Shit. Now I'm nervous. They don't have serious in that clubhouse, though.
I did a show.
Why don't you think they have serious?
Wow, they're out biking and brawling.
Yeah, but they have listening habits. They still enjoy radio.
There's no serious on that chopper.
I used to do the strip club at the end of it. It was a really hard gig. Like I would do it, Levy would do it, Otto and George, Voss. It was a very, very hard gig. It was 3 nights in a totally nude strip club.
Damn.
Wow.
And you would do 4 sets a night, 4 different 10-minute. I was very new. I was probably 1992. I was making $500 for the weekend for 3 nights. I was like, oh my fucking God. I couldn't believe I was making $500 for 3 days doing comedy. And you'd go on at 8, 9, 10, and 11, or 7, 8, 9, and 10. You do 10 minutes at the top of the hour, usually in front of the same people. Totally nude dancers, bring your own alcohol. It was a disastrous gig.
Yeah.
But the people who worked there liked having comedians because they got bored watching.
Yeah.
And I think the pagans would go in there. They were
boy.
They were a very frightening biker gang or biker club, whatever they call themselves. And you wouldn't fuck with those guys. I would never fuck with those guys.
No.
Like, you would see them, and if they heckled, you would address the heckle.
Yes.
But I stayed out of that. It's like, you just can't.
Right.
Sometimes you're like, what am I going to do? Get a fucking chair thrown at me?
No.
I just didn't want to fuck with them. I'm not,
Well, you heard that old Seinfeld story where he's doing a mob joint or a bunch of mobsters come in and they won't shut up. And he's like, hey, sir, will you shut up? And the guy just throws a glass at him and it shatters on the brick wall at the Improv in Hell's Kitchen. And he goes, all right, I'm just going to stand here and wait till they throw you out. And they never threw him out. And they told Jerry, like, you got to get off. And the manager was like, Jerry, get off. And he's like, why are you telling me to get off? He's throwing bottles. And they're like in the alleyway, like, get the fuck out of here. Go. These guys are coming after you. So.
Oh,
yeah, sometimes that comedian honesty doesn't always serve you guys well in the real world.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we think we're invincible. And then, like, I was
but I'm on the side of right. Logically, I'm correct.
Exactly.
I was at Caroline's, and they don't, like, have a bouncer always.
No,
so this little guy, and I'm like, get this guy out of here. This guy heckling me, and, he's huge. The guy's huge. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm putting this guy. And he just looked at me. He's like, he doesn't want to leave. And I'm like,
they should have, every night,
wants to leave.
They should have a bouncer in every club. That's why the Cellar is great.
Yes.
Because they have giant guys.
Yeah.
And, Mustafa was the best. He doesn't. He managed Chappelle for a while. When he was like a fucking door guy there, he started. You got a Palestinian dude, and boy, he took zero shit for people talking. He didn't give a fuck how big you were, how many people were in your party. Comedians love this guy because he would walk over and go, "You got to shut the fuck up. Stop talking." He would get immediately.
I love it.
Oh boy,
confidence goes a long way.
You didn't talk on his watch, and boy, but he backed it up though. He would drag you and pull you out of the club. He was the best.
Wow.
I was heartbroken when he left.
Some of those Cellar guys could still. I think they could still fuck shit up. Like they will confidently be ready to fight.
They have
like
also
Jamel.
They're big guys. They also have the Village Underground around the corner, the Fat Black. So they have guys they can call and be there in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So there's always you're always kind of okay there.
Some of these clubs that don't have a guy,
none.
It's fucking. I remember I was at Broadway Comedy Club once, and this guy just going back and forth with me, and I ran out of insults, so it just ended. I kind of got him, I thought, and then I'm like, oh, I fucking shut that guy down. He gets up, and I just hear, and I'm like, shit.
Oh no!
Just spits directly on my shirt, and I was like, well. I guess I lost this round. I don't remember. I don't remember the exact line.
Was he a big guy?
Yeah, he probably would have taken me. He definitely would have taken me.
You spit back on him?
No, I don't want to get into a spit off, you know?
Tell that to Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. Damn, he spit on your chest.
Yeah.
Oh my God, because that's a high stage.
Yeah, bad people have great aim.
Good loogie, yeah. I was just in Bananas in Hasbrook Heights, and my opener, we had a party of 83. A party of 10 is bad, because they get together in these groups and they think they're hot shit.
Party? Was it a company party?
Company party.
Oh, it's a corporate gig at that point.
Pretty much, but it was all these mooks, these Jersey meatheads, and my opener has long hair, and I'm not going to say his name, but he's kind of like I'm going to find myself up there and see what happens, I'm going to let the wind take me. And funny guy, he's got TV credits and a funny guy, dude, nice guy, but he was not, you got to just be hammering punchlines, and he wasn't doing that, and this guy goes, next! And he's like, dude, what the hell? Why are you yelling at me? He's in that Brooklyn state of mind, and the guy's like, get the fuck off, you suck! And then all his friends are like, God, you got him, Jerry, yeah, good job.
Roasted.
And his wife's like, leave him alone, Jerry, stop. And so eventually they keep going back and forth, and the guy goes, how about I just come up there and wring your fucking neck? And the opener was just like, okay, well.
Harsh vibes, man.
Oh, I know what I would have killed him with.
What's that?
Tell us how you really feel. I would have shut Jerry right down.
If only he would have thought of that.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
Would those guys wait outside for you sometimes?
He waited.
He waited.
Yeah, they had to get cops to come and all.
I've never had that. Just some fucking jerk off in the audience who opens his big dumb mouth. You think you're funny around. It's like you think you're funny at work, and then a comedian smashes you, and you act like a little fucking baby about it.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
I got that heckle in Kentucky. Some woman yelled out. She goes, I'm like the funny person in my office, and I was like, ooh, I hate you already.
Yeah, we all hate
I guarantee you're not.
It's tougher as a woman because you're like, what are you gonna do? Can't hit him. Unlike Michael Madsen.
I'll just insult their womanhood.
Yeah, that's the move, you fat cunt.
I'll be like, madam, I've seen better bosoms than yours.
That's actually great.
Wow.
That's a real good one.
Solid.
Solid.
Should probably take that break we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Where's
I thought
Roland?
they're going to push something.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's here. He's around. He does other shows.
He is around.
Yeah.
A round.
He looks good. He lost some weight.
He did. He lost a bunch of weight.
I know. I've been telling him that. We still didn't get Henry Winkler. All right. I'm going to be in Orlando and Fort Lauderdale in the next 2 weeks. I also have Milwaukee. I have Iowa City, and then Side Splitters coming up. And where are you guys going to be?
Sammy.
Governors in Levittown this weekend. It's going to be a hot show. And then I got my Keeping Joe podcast. We got Michael Che on tonight. Great episode.
Nice.
Midnight.
Cool. I'm at Magoobies this weekend in Timonium, Maryland. Then I'm at Acme Comedy Club.
Ooh.
And Tuesdays with Stories and MarkNormanComedy.com. And Hell's Angels. Big fan. Love ya. Vroom, vroom.
Magoobies is a great club, but that name is not good.
It's not a great name for a club. When are you going to be there?
This weekend. Thursday through Saturday.
Always good to insult people like that and then tell them where you're going to be.
I'll be there in like 2 months. I love the club.
I love the club and I love the Hells Angels.
All right, be right back.
And the Pagans.
Hey, don't touch the radio. Seriously, don't. Both hands on 10 and 2, bro. Come on. More Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
We don't have everybody back in the studio.
Norman on this break.
I'm worried. I'm a little worried, and I don't want to talk shit. They're real people, and I have nothing against them, and they seem very nice.
Starting in again. He can't help
it. No.
I told you not to say anything.
I'm a fan. I like them.
I said just leave it alone.
Honestly,
don't make a big deal out of it.
All right, I couldn't get in. That's why I'm pissed.
Because you could just make it so that okay.
Well, I hope they know I'm
glad
just
they
joshing
clarify.
them.
I
But
hope
people would forget about
it
it now.
Clarify that it's the left when you're looking at it, not our left. Yeah, good. All right, good.
By the way, who is
you can't say something bothers you, or you can't you just admit it to the people on Twitter, oh, please don't. You know what I mean? Don't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good point.
So if you don't draw attention to it, it will just go away.
All right, forget it.
Oh my God, look at that
Shut up, forget it. Move on. Moving on.
Jim,
Shut up.
Why didn't he just leave well enough alone?
I'm trying to cover my ass
I'll
here.
say this: he's not bright.
Mark
yeah.
Norman has a very his filter is deteriorating in front of us.
It's not really a good filter.
No,
I got a bad filter.
It's very, very bad.
You do, right?
I'm like an old Brita. Yeah. It's bad.
It's not good.
I'm working on it.
You are.
Well, you know what it is? You know when you see like a really meek, nervous guy, then he goes on stage and he's like, I'm the king of the world. I'm awesome. You know, there's that big contrast. I think I have that because I'm not confrontational at all. But when I get on a microphone, it all comes out.
Right.
Which is horrible for your
opinion. Well, it's bad when you're talking about gangs.
Yeah, exactly. If you're calling, you're speaking out
I'm
about
not saying
something.
bad. I take it all back.
I'm, I like to get on stage, and a lot of people have said I prowl that stage like a panther. And I don't
Stop saying that all the time.
I can see that.
Mark was telling me on the break he thinks that the Latin Kings are overrated.
All right.
You see, but if you hadn't said anything, like we could have just come back from this break on a whole new note.
All right.
But I told you that. You know?
All right, well, let's keep it moving.
I did say that, remember?
You're still talking about it.
Well, you brought it up.
All right. How about that Stormy Dan?
Stormy Dan.
It
was fun. Who's Joy Reid? She's at news.
Joy Reid's a big MSNBC anchor. She's a big to-do in the news world.
Did she put that? I mean, they're saying her old. I mean, do we really need the Wayback Machine to go get somebody's old blog post from 10 years ago? God almighty.
The problem is that she's on a political side.
Yeah, she stinks.
And so the people on the other side are gonna,
but aren't these people fucking pathetic that they have this job to do where they're like, I'm gonna get this person fired. That's what I want to do today.
Gross.
So basically, images came out from her old blog showing homophobic comments that appeared on an Internet Archive site, and she says they were not written by her.
I find that hard to believe.
Why is that?
I just don't see why somebody would hack her old blog unless they're faking the screenshots, which people do. But I don't see...
Ew.
Do.
People do.
I giggled.
Okay,
so wait. What is she saying about homos?
It's known as Miss...
One example allegedly posted in defense of Tim Hardaway's accused homophobia reads, keeping it real, most straight men feel exactly the same way and would have the exact same reaction to the idea of stripping naked in a sweaty locker room in close quarters with a gay teammate. Most straight people cringe at the sight of two men kissing. The post continued, most straight people had a hard time being convinced to watch Brokeback Mountain. I admit that I couldn't go see the movie either, despite my sister's ringing endorsement because I didn't want to watch the two male characters having sex. Does that make me homophobic? Probably.
Great
Joy
movie.
Reid.
It was a good movie.
Good movie.
I don't know if that's necessarily homophobic. She's just being honest about being... I don't even like her, but she's
Yeah,
well,
here's the issue.
I don't like her from this.
We
I
do
know
a thing
for
now
women.
where it's like you disagree with someone, so they're like, well, let's ruin them. It's like there's a difference between there's a difference between hate and just something about that's honest that makes them uncomfortable, right?
Totally.
There's also something that people, like when the movie Brokeback Mountain came out, the culture was incredibly different. Like if she wrote that today,
doesn't matter.
Everybody's kind of learned.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, that means
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Look at all Louis shit.
We can go
15 years
back.
ago.
Yeah.
We can go back at something that in that context
Doesn't matter.
clearly wasn't controversial.
Doesn't matter.
We like to
context,
deny that we ever were a different way.
Exactly.
It's like a family. It's like a family that came together and adopted a kid. And they're like, we're not talking about your past. And it's like, well, the kid's like, I want to talk about my past. I want to know. You know what I mean?
Doesn't make sense. Like taking the N-word out of Huck Finn and all that. Like it was there. Let it be there.
Absolutely.
It's history.
I've actually been putting it into Dr. Seuss.
She.
That's a funny rhyme. He pulled the trigger.
She previously in December apologized for posts that came to light through the same Internet Archive website that these new images have claimed to have been captured from after the same Twitter user, same guy, tweeted a series of posts citing homophobic work authored by the MSNBC host about former Florida Governor Charlie Crist, I guess.
Yes,
from
Governor
2007 to 2009, Reid shared her apology. She repeatedly referred to him as Miss Charlie and tagged posts about him as gay politician. But she apologized for those, right?
Yeah.
But these ones that have come out now, she's saying are faked But a lot of people are like, I don't really believe they're fake because you apologize for the other ones. Like,
she's a bit of a douche, and she's probably a homophobe. But again, so is the fucking little Twitter snitch.
She said
right.
the Wayback Machine.
Twitter snitches are the worst.
Can we see what her tweets are? Can you got guys' tweets who went after her? They show his name. I don't want to say his name.
The Tim Hardaway thing is funny too because it's like I don't even think anyone asked him. I don't know how it happened, but I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, I don't like gay people. And I was like, well, like, why are you just saying this?
Yeah, nobody asked you. No, you weren't even cornered into that statement.
It's also you're like a player in the 80s and 90s. We assumed you weren't like the most open-minded.
It's like jumping on the radio and insulting a gang for no reason.
Cool it. Drop it. Love the gangs. I support gangs.
Yeah, Twitter snitches really are
the worst.
And it's like the problem is
screen capping, sending to jobs. Look what they said.
Joy Reid should be able to be like, you know what?
Can we see his whole thing?
I don't agree with that in his whole timeline. She should be able to say, like, even if that is true, I don't agree with it anymore. I don't stand by it. I wrote it then. I don't agree with it now. And that should be it.
Yeah.
Who cares, right?
I also don't like if she did write this. I also don't like her trying to out politicians.
Well, no, he's already out. Governor, I forget what it was. I forget who it is.
You talking about Miss Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie Crist. If she's saying that, then just own it. You were making fun of a gay guy. Just say, yeah, I did that.
I don't. You could even say I don't agree with it anymore.
There was a thing on Bill Maher's show just last week.
Travis, comment, go.
About how Molly Ringwald said, looking back on John Hughes movies, there's a lot of issues and problems and blah, blah, blah.
I hate when they do that.
Who pointed that out in the failed talk show?
She's specifically talking about, what's his name?
She's talking about the Breakfast Club.
Oh.
How about the one where there's a fucking rape where the guy passes out and Michael Hall fucks her?
But Bill Maher's point is that you can't go back and punish people for views that were acceptable or things that were acceptable back then.
Enough already.
They reckon with the Me Too.
I disagree. I think they should edit out all the colored girls say and take a walk on the wild side. I'm offended by it.
Sam, from your lips to God's ears, I've been complaining for a long time about that. Lou Reed was good.
It's hurtful.
But now they're doing Friends. They're talking about Friends.
He brought up Friends too,
and fat shaming. It's like, we're doing Friends now?
There's a lot about Friends that wasn't very accurate. They lived in a huge 2-bedroom.
Yes.
He was like a failed actor.
Hold on, I got 20 minutes on that.
It's a sitcom. Get over it.
They just have to say, no, we're not going to go back and... these were just gay jokes or whatever that were acceptable at the time. That's it.
It was network prime time.
Yeah, I don't agree. I wouldn't do that today. So if you say I wouldn't do that today. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Right. Oh, okay.
Right.
Or I would do that today. Okay, explain your reasoning. Well, here's why. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that either, you know what I mean?
Of course. It's silly.
It's not that complicated.
Nothing to do.
Yeah. People can get better, too. You don't have to just point out how shitty we were. You can be like, oh, it's cool that we're better now.
Yes.
Right.
We're not, but we're just different. Like, I was fat-shamed.
Yeah, you were.
When were you fat shamed?
I saw that video that we just played.
No, I know you were
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, a lot of chin.
I know you were fat. That doesn't mean you were fat shamed.
Yes, I was.
By who?
Discriminated against.
Is that why you didn't get Law and Order?
Oh my God!
Wow, you're like a different person.
Look at that animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
I was fat shamed by anything with a cunt.
They were like,
damn.
Nobody that well fed is going to play a corpse.
No. Women
you almost got the job of playing the corpse in 7. That was the only.
Yeah, you look like Pugsley Adams.
That's me and Patrice at the.
I want to see the picture of you and Christina Aguilera. Go scroll down.
Oh my God!
Right there.
Yeah, I was fatter there.
Wow.
Yeah, she looks like Chip. All right.
She does.
It's not a great photo.
Oh my
God! Well, I was making myself out of there, but go up to the.
That's Photoshop too.
No, that's the last day of shooting for Lucky Louie. That's a very on the left there. That's the very last day, and that was a very accurate photo of how fucking fat I am.
Oh my God, Louis was so thin, man.
Louis was thin, and I was a pig.
Yes.
Anybody looks thin standing next to fat Jim Norton.
I really was a fatty. Wow. And that's me and Patrice at the fucking... it was the Congress of Racial Equality would have their dinner, and that was where Laura Bush spoke that night. And Patrice was heckling her. It was really funny.
Was he?
Yeah, your husband's going to get us all killed. And she couldn't hear him, but everyone at the few tables around us could.
By the way, George H.W. Bush is in intensive care.
Yeah, they said he's responding to...
the amount of times that guy has been in intensive care in the last 5 years is incredible.
93.
He's a survivor, man.
Or 92, yeah.
But it's going to be, it's just rough. When your spouse after all those years goes...
He's probably going to finally go out and start fucking. I'm finally free.
There was a Photoshop going around of George H.W. Bush's Tinder profile.
Oh, no.
It's like George, 93, and it was just a picture of him in his wheelchair with his socks
You know
showing.
what the best one I saw going around is that photo of all of them, Hillary, Bill, Michelle, Melania, and then George H.W. in the front in the wheelchair, and it said the new X-Men movie looks great. That's what I heard.
That's good.
I would have said something like, presidential, maybe. I don't know.
I think
that's cute. Something.
The X-Men thing works a little better.
Back in the game on Tinder.
Yeah.
There's some funny dudes.
So I'm worried about George surviving. You think he's going to start fucking again?
Without a doubt. Believe me. Believe me.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to wipe his load up
He
with
was
those
a groper, right? He grew up
socks.
to a bunch of- he grew up to a bunch
They
of
said he
women.
liked to squeeze cheeks for photos.
But they couldn't get him on it. He's not. By the time the news comes out, he's 91. Yeah, Penn Barber goes, yeah, he pats asses. That's what he does. Shut your face. By that point, what do you?
Yeah, if you're in a wheelchair at that point, that's why Cosby showed up with like the walker thing. You look weaker.
Right.
Smart.
It's like I'm blind. Well, I can't see. I can't walk. What do you want from me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody has a question for the comedians. Drew in Virginia. What's up?
I'm nervous.
Hey guys, I just renewed my HBO because of Westworld, and so I went and watched all of Crashing. And I was wondering, because I've never been to New York, but I love comedy since O&A and everything, so it's really cool to. I love the show. It's awesome, but Pete Holmes just seems like a real fucking douchebag. Like, the only thing I didn't like about the whole fucking show was Pete Holmes. Like, is he really that much of a fucking lame-o?
That's like watching All in the Family but hating Archie Bunker.
Yeah, what?
Right.
It's his show.
No comment.
Nah, he's a good guy.
No comment.
Nah, he's a good egg. A funny guy, good comic.
Yeah, he is. I've done his podcast. He's a
I already picked up Doug Benson one time and heard him outside of the club.
Well, he's a big, shaky, hairy dog.
He's
He
a
just likes
big
to
lug. He's like a big Yogi Bear.
Right.
He's not mean though.
I like
Not
him.
mean at all.
What do you like
though.
about the show if you hate him?
Yeah.
I love because the
Artie.
shows
Artie is great,
and
yeah.
all the clubs and the whole scene there. I love all that shit.
You ever watch the Seinfeld documentary, Comedian?
Love it.
I didn't love it.
Really?
Look it up on Netflix, Drew. It's
I love it.
you will if you like Crashing because of that, you'll adore Seinfeld's documentary.
Yeah.
I don't adore shit, Sam.
Damn.
Drew, what are you getting upset about?
Go ahead, Drew. You're right. Tell him.
I just gave you a great suggestion for something to watch, and you're coming back at me like a fucking asshole. You've never even been to New York.
No
What do you
border
know?
no border walls. Go ahead, Drew. Tell him.
Let him in, Sammy.
All right.
That's all right.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, geez. You think I fucking insulted the Hells Angels or something?
Coolin'.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up again.
Ah, jeez, Louise.
Yes.
I've said that after my dick wouldn't work.
Is that right? That's the...
Well, me and a girl just look at my limp dick. I'm like, jeez, Louise.
Oh, dearie me.
That's actually the words after they caught the Waffle House shooter.
Jeez
He
Louise.
said, "Jeez, Louise, you
jeez,
guys got me."
Louise.
They found him in the woods
They did. They should have. I guess they had to give him a trial, but they
with
did
his
find
fucking
him.
bangs and everything.
And he had a gun with him.
Part of the alt-right.
Was he?
Yeah. That's what they say.
Yeah, some people are trying to figure out if there's a racial component to it because he.
Was it one of the guys he shot white or were they all black?
I don't know.
He's making a real Sam Rockwell face there. Look at that.
Stolen BMW.
I see, and I'll tell you. Remember, we talked about the fact that they should be looking in pants stores for this guy. He's wearing pants when they found him.
Yeah, they might have been his though.
No, he wasn't wearing pants in the shooting. Remember?
He walked in
What?
butt naked.
And wearing a green jacket.
Jacket, no pants?
No
He
pants.
just won the Masters.
I didn't know he was naked.
What?
Yeah, he was. He was semi-nude. He was wearing just a green jacket with no pants on.
We're watching video of the police take him out of the car.
Undies?
I didn't hear any reports of undies. All I heard green jacket and nothing else. That was the report that I heard, and I pay attention to the details.
He's a big guy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he is. I hope that was
He's
a
like
long
6'4".
jacket.
He's not a small guy.
No, he is not.
He is huge.
But but the point is, they found him with pants on, which means at some point after the shooting, while he was on the run, he went to some kind of pants store.
All right, big and tall.
I would respect the cops if they just shot him right there. I would find that they should not be. I mean, that's probably irresponsible police work
Right.
You do have the right to a trial. But I think a guy who just does that, you should just be able to shoot him on sight.
I don't think anybody would look into it. Yeah, we had to do it. Okay.
Like Dylan Roof, who shot those people in the church.
Yeah,
Kill him.
the worst.
Kill him immediately.
We found him and shot him. Okay, I guess you had to. Moving on. Next thing.
Did you see that piece of shit in Toronto?
Yeah.
Van?
What happened?
He was the guy who ran over and killed 9 people with a van. And, I don't know why, but then he gets out and he's pulling this thing and showing the cop. He's trying to commit suicide by cop. He's trying to get them.
Yeah, I don't like how the guy. I look like all these guys always.
But I hate the way the cops wouldn't shoot him. It's like, what are you guys doing? Shoot the guy.
Grant his wish.
I know.
And there's people walking by. I guess that's why the cop didn't shoot either, because there's people walking by. Maybe the cop knew it wasn't a gun.
And people are filming everything. You don't want to be on film shooting.
Well, no, the guy would have been justified, but
still,
yeah,
you don't want to see that later. What, did he just hit a crowd, or?
Yeah, he drove into a crowd of people.
Either a mental patient or was it religious? I don't know if they said yet.
Was he?
I mean, if he's trying to do suicide by cop, it's got to be some kind of mental patient.
Could be either one of those things or a combination.
Both, probably.
I don't know why we think it's one or the other.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wasn't
come on.
It wasn't terrorism or anything.
Well, yeah, it is.
But I mean, was he like, I'm doing this for
Allah? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, not that it's been reported, but
I don't agree with Tyler in Canada.
Well, let's find out his take.
What's Tyler saying?
He's got a hot take. What's up, Tyler?
Yeah, let's find out Tyler's hot take.
I think you're a fucking idiot, Sam.
Why?
I just think this might go back to that homophobic thing there. I wouldn't stand in an elevator alone with you because of the way you like your shoes. I think you might be a little bit boosted.
Ooh.
Would you think I'm an idiot, or that I'm gay, or that I'm attracted to you? What do you?
Can I say yes to all?
Fuck no, man. I seen a picture of you not too long ago. You look like a goofball, buddy.
So nailed you.
Fuck yeah.
Is this guy Canadian?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, fucking goofball.
He's extremely Canadian.
You big homo, buddy.
Yeah.
So am I an idiot or a goofball?
Yeah, I heard you shoot. I heard you play for the pink team. All right. Thank you, Tyler. Well said.
That was it for Tyler.
That's right.
Okay.
We have to wrap up in, what is it, a minute, Travis?
Yeah, 1 minute.
So, Mark, where are you going to be?
I'm ruined. I'm going to be in a body bag.
All right.
You're still thinking about that thing from before?
Shut up. I'm at Magoobies this weekend in Baltimore, Timonium. Then I'm at Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis next week, and all over the road. Tuesdays with Stories. That's my pod. And check out marknormancomedy.com.
It was fun knowing you. And yes.
I'll be at Governor's in Levittown this weekend.
Levittown?
Levittown.
Yeah, I saw you, by the way. I saw you bite your tongue the first time you said it.
I thought I heard it wrong.
I don't know.
I saw you go like
well, anyway, I'll be at Governor's this weekend. And,
Levittown.
And my podcast, Keeping Joe. Michael Che's on tonight's episode. Is a great episode.
That's got to be really fun. I've never been invited.
Well,
please come. I'll be in, not all right, or to yours either.
Wow.
I'll be in,
we don't have guests.
Wow, all right.
Fun fact.
I will be in,
you want to do my wrestling podcast?
I will be in, yeah, I do actually. I will be in, where am I going to be? Fucking